When was the last time you seen Cavassier just chilling?
I had some Cavassier about a year ago. My best friend's husband had some. I talked about him like a dog too, but I helped him drink it.
Like a dog.
You don't have to have a Cavassier and then drink the Cavassier.
I would do that too to somebody.
That's such
like
a Demaris thing.
Still pass the Cavassier.
Cavassier in here? Let me get a cup.
Give me the cup, yeah.
No, Rory and Ma.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Maul podcast. I am Maul.
I'm Rory.
And we are back, Rory, with a new episode for the beautiful people.
Look what juicing does to you, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm doing another juice cleanse, man. I'm trying to do one every year.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it now while we're stable. We're not moving around because it's tough to do this thing while you're traveling. I don't think I'm that strong.
No, I think it's inclusive that you're gay once a year. But usually you're a little groggy.
I love how you can say that and it's like there's no backlash. Like,
no, there will be.
There's no backlash.
Keep it.
Zing.
Usually you're a little groggy, low energy with that, right? Or is your body used to it?
I mean, I'm used to it now. I'm kind of used to it now. It's not a it's not a groggy thing. I just know I gotta pace myself. I can't exert too much energy. But I'm all right though. It's only day 4.
Is that how you get out of plans with people like juicing? Can't exert too much energy today.
No, I don't. That's not. I don't use that to get out of plans. But if I'm feeling like I can't go there because it's like it's going to be a lot of food. It's like I don't want to be around that.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to stick to this for the next. I got 7 days left. So
like a former addict.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put me around the coke. I won't do it.
I see you match the juice cleanse, trying to get in the vibe and see what's going on.
Just kind of feel a little green today.
Green like money
down to the
socks.
socks.
A little money. I feel like money today, so I figured this is what I want to go with today. So
do the juices?
The dollar is down though, so I don't know if you want to feel that way.
The dollar is down. The euro is thriving though,
going nuts.
And speaking of euro, we'll get to that in a minute. So you guys went out. Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovely couples.
Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't participate because of the juice thing.
No, what happened? Listen, I went to the gym and I was like, it was still early. I was like, what, I'm gonna take a nap.
What gym you went to?
In my building.
Oh, okay. Can we come?
Yeah, if you want to work out.
Okay.
So I was like, what? I'm gonna go work out. I was like, and I'm gonna just take a shower, lay down, relax. Woke up. I seen Julian text like, hey, she goes on at 9. I'm like, oh, it was like
9:15.
It was 8:40 or something like that. I was like, oh my God. So I missed the show. Joyce had a show at Joyce Wrice had a show at the Bowery.
Yes, Bowery Bar.
We were supposed to go as a family.
Oh, we went.
No, I said we were supposed to go, but you guys went. I slept, but it's okay.
Oversleeping for the 9 p.m. show is kind of funny, but I feel
that's what happens when
juicing,
you try to take a nap at 5 o'clock and you think that I'm gonna just take a quick nap and
who thinks that still?
Yeah, some people take naps.
At 5 p.m.
Yeah,
I'm out if that's the case.
No, sometimes you take a nap. You never taken a nap at 5 after like working out and getting up early, getting up at 7:30.
At this age now, and I'm not trying to age myself, I just can't do 5 p.m. naps anymore.
Yeah,
it's.
I usually don't either, but I just again I was literally worked out, did what I had to do for the day early, and I was like, yeah, just watch some TV and take a nap.
Speaking of your crib and your gym, guys, I tried to pull up on Maul since he hasn't invited us in 2 years to his new fancy skyrise apartment.
Right.
Instead of waiting for like the handwritten invite or even the text like, hey guys, come through for some juice today, I just pulled up.
Ew.
I was like, hey, I'm in the area. Won't say which area. And then Maul was like, bet. And I was like, nah, like I'm in your area. And he was like, oh yeah, gotta go to Home Depot.
See, but look,
you had to go to Home Depot. There's no way you went to Home Depot.
He hit me on a Sunday. That's errands day. Like
I know. I was running errands in the area.
All right, so was I.
But I was done with my errands and I was near you.
Okay, I wasn't though. What do you want me to do? Like, I would stop what I'm doing and be like, oh yeah, come. Like I'm out. I was moving around.
I have a very efficient vehicle. I could have driven you to Lowe's.
Lowe's.
You to Lowe's.
Imagine seeing Rory and Maul at a Home Depot.
He hit me on Sunday, which is like errands chill day, like moving around, like. And just popped up. Like, what are you doing?
Every day is not a chill day for you?
He had one of those weird errand schedules where you kind of don't believe them. He was like, oh, yeah, I got to go to Home Depot. Then I have to get a wheel fixed on my luggage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like,
so my luggage,
all right, just say you don't want to see me, man.
No, who was with me? Where were we coming from? I feel like we was together coming from somewhere.
Oh, I know what you're talking. It was me.
And my wheel on my luggage, bro.
It was when we got back from
Seattle?
Was it when we got back from LA? No?
I forgot where we were coming back from.
You had a bump in the airport?
No, when it got off
there was a nail?
It came off the carousel and it was missing a wheel.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Oh, that's trash.
So I was
like the big one.
Yeah, then you got to carry it.
So I'm like, so it had like a lean. I'm like, oh man. So I took it back. I took it back to the store for them to fix it. Right.
Which front of a store did fixes wheels on luggage.
No, you take it back.
Is that where you get a brick too?
Take it back to the Toomey store.
Okay.
And they fix your luggage.
Got you.
So I took it back to Toomey for them to fix it. They fix it, sent it back in like maybe 9 days.
Yeah, they just sent it to Italy.
Bro,
What?
The wheel is literally like smaller than all the other wheels.
What do you think
So
came
now
back
it's like
in?
leaning. I'm like, why would they give me a wheel that's smaller than the other 3 wheels in my luggage?
They
like,
gimped your bag.
Yeah.
what is this? So
Wow.
I had to
It's like
take
when the
that back.
vet kind of fixes the 3-legged
Yeah,
dog.
I was just like, I waited 9 days for them to get my luggage back. Got it back. I was happy. I was like, cool.
Get a passport quicker than that.
And it's the 4th wheel is now smaller than the rest of them. So the luggage is still leaning,
That
not
was just a
all the
little
way.
special.
It's a gimpy.
No, I had to take it back. I'm like, bro, y'all not. I paid a lot for this. This is Toomey. This is an expensive piece of luggage. Y'all are giving me a wheel that fits with the luggage. Like, I'm not doing that.
How much did that cost? Like the actual piece, the entire.
Maybe 800.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tight for $800.
Yeah, for $800, I'd be sick.
It better be an off-road
make
vehicle.
That, and they don't make that particular style anymore.
And you can't put a portable charger in it. Like that hurt.
What?
What?
Yeah, like the way bags.
Oh no, yeah, no, it doesn't do that.
What you did say you were going to have a housewarming and invite all of us.
Yeah, I am.
The house isn't warm yet.
Well, it's warm now.
It's lukewarm. It's lukewarm. It's getting hot. It's getting hot.
I fell for that away luggage thing. I have away luggage. This isn't an ad because
You do. You
I am
was the
gonna
first-
shit.
You're actually the only person I ever saw with that.
Really?
That I know. Like I
have
seen
one
people.
too.
Okay,
in
but
the
now,
airport
but
with
now if you go to baggage claim, it's 10,000 of them.
it. Yeah.
I fell for the charger shit,
Mhm.
and then I got to the airport and they were like, "You can't have a charger. Take that out."
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to take it
Anytime,
out.
yeah, you can't. Anytime you have away luggage, they know they're like, "Yo, take your lithium battery out of your bag before you kill us
yes,
all."
The lithium battery. Yeah. Yep.
Meanwhile, I mean, I just saw a plane did a nosedive over San Francisco the other day. Yet my lithium battery is going to stop the fucking.
Do we still believe that if
747.
we don't put our phones in airplane mode, like it's gonna affect like the flight?
I have not put my phone in airplane mode. I don't think in my entire life on an airplane.
They were like I don't know why we ever fell for that. Like, oh my god, let me put it on airplane mode.
What do they say?
before
They say it scrambles the
The
radar.
navigation.
Man, if my phone scrambles the navigation, this is a problem. As many flights take off and land every day, like you're gonna tell me that the cell phones is what like interrupts the flight. I never believe that, but I do put it on airplane.
I went down a YouTube rabbit hole. There's like this new trend, if you will, new TikTok challenge of pointing lasers into
What?
commercial airplanes. Like people that live close by to the airport. Like me specifically, I would kill the laser game right
Yeah.
now, especially with the roof.
Yeah.
It's now like a fucking class 9 felony, and like Homeland
should be.
Security will raid. I'm actually scared even talking about it.
Yeah.
Will raid your house if anyone reports any laser within your zip code.
Yeah, but what if you have a cat?
Why
What,
would you
the
point
cats-
it to the sky?
the cats
Hey,
with
cats
lasers?
love lasers.
Why would
I
you
was not
point
aware
it
that
to the
cats were
sky,
really into
Yeah,
Julian?
but why are you pointing the laser?
No,
at
I'm just
an
saying, like,
airplane?
what if they go break into your house and you're not the airplane pointer? You just
You're
literally
just a
have a
cat lover?
cat, and cats love lasers. I owned that cat when we had a cat
Cats
when I was
love
younger.
lasers.
Cats
This is a great
love
song.
lights too, like flashlights.
You seen a cat jump on the wall with the laser? I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like, if the
absolutely.
FBI is in here raiding your shit,
Yeah,
you're like,
You
bro,
sound
I've-
pretty guilty right now. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
No, it's not
Is
saying
this your alibi?
Empty your pockets, Julian.
No, they're not saying that you can't own a laser. They're saying that you can't point it at airplanes.
Yeah, but how can they prove that you were pointing it at the airplane?
I don't know, dude. They're batting like 1,000.
Yeah.
I went.
What?
I spent like an
try it.
hour going through this trend.
Try it.
on YouTube.
I mean, I'm saying I'd say it's more valid if they break into a house and there's like a 15-year-old teenage boy that definitely lives on TikTok.
It's really specific.
that was very specific.
Are you okay?
I'm
Yeah.
talking about TikTok people.
Yeah,
no, you went from
Okay.
cats.
I understand, Julian.
As an
TikTok-
excuse.
to
Now
TikTok people.
you have 15-year-old boys in your house.
And girls.
What are you? What's wrong with you? I've seen this movie before. Anyway,
Clinton dinner's
Well, yes,
still hitting.
it blinds the pilots. They have the YouTube footage of the pilots like trying to block the lasers
Bro,
with
that's
papers and shit.
sick.
I'm like, it's a regular ass laser pointer.
that's crazy.
That's
Oh,
sick.
it's nuts.
How do they reach that far?
Oh,
Yeah,
some of
that's-
them are pretty
how-
powerful,
Yeah,
to be
that's
honest with you.
yeah, but that's kind of crazy. Oh,
That's fucked up.
how did this even become a trend? How did this even
Teenagers.
start?
Teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah, shit going viral. People want to do.
You did stupid shit when you were
started by,
teenager in
like-
the
Yeah, but
60s.
we didn't point shit at like airplanes in the sky.
How many times do we have to say that? We planked? So I'm not mad at these
No,
kids for
yeah.
pointing lasers at planes.
No, that's to me. Planking is nowhere near as fucking wild as pointing lasers at a plane.
It was like a Taliban TikTok trend.
Yeah,
Taliban TikTok trend is a funny.
I mean,
it's a lot of T's.
That's a lot of tease.
A lot of T's. Cross your T's and dot your I's.
yeah.
Good alliteration.
So you guys went to
what Osama said.
the Joyce Wrice show at the Bowery. How was it?
It was great. It was a really good show. Demaris and I were talking. A lot of men were in there.
Hey,
We were shocked. We thought it was
Fellas.
definitely going to be like the women crowd.
And that was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fellas was in there. They knew every word. She has the Asian community on lock.
Wait, so was it fellas or was it couples?
A lot of gay men.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
But then a lot of straight dudes that were not on dates.
So that was couples, maybe.
Yeah. I saw
Maybe.
a few
Yeah.
couples.
All right.
Yeah, no, gay people
They're not.
they are in relationships.
No, when you said a lot of
Okay.
guys, I'm like, okay, was
They
it?
can conjugate without being with each other.
No, absolutely. I get it.
Well, I'm saying it looked like a lot of the straight fellas got together and was
Yeah.
like, "Bro, let's go to the Joyce concert," which
Bro,
shocked
let's
me.
go to the Joyce concert.
But I think that's great.
A lot of straight fellas got together and said, let's go to a Joyce Wrice show.
Yes.
That
Kinda
has
what we
never
did.
happened.
What do you mean?
And
that
then, and then my theory,
That did not happen.
Damaris
Those are
and I-
not straight fellas.
yes, and Damaris and I were talking about it. My theory was she used boom bap drums. So that's why the guys was like, "Oh nah, we could. It's Valentine's Day. She uses drums we like."
Straight guys have never got together and said, let's go to a Joyce Wrice.
I saw it though,
You're underestimating her.
Like
demographic.
we said
and
that.
yes, I'm saying I was stereotyping what their sexual orientation was.
Listen,
Sure.
we're straight, we're heterosexual men. We said let's go to the Joyce Wrice show, but we know Joyce.
So
I
It's
okay,
different.
but I played Joyce on the podcast before I knew her, and I would have went to a Joyce show before I knew her.
It's the drums.
With a bunch of other
It's the
drums.
with a bunch of other like heterosexual guys.
No,
Exactly.
I wouldn't know.
so 5 straight dudes can't go to a Joyce Wrice concert.
They
You
did.
can,
There you go.
but I have questions.
Like,
On Valentine's Day,
yeah, like.
where the
I mean, the
ladies?
show just happened to be on Valentine's Day.
We're the ladies. That's all. None of y'all got no ladies y'all could have took to the show.
Damaris was there.
No, I'm talking about
No,
if it was 5 heterosexual guys going to Joyce show. I'd be
They
like,
was
yo,
gonna go find
on Valentine's Day, yo, fellas, where's the girls?
You know what
You-
sounds
you
good
know-
right now? Joyce Wrice.
You know that nasty shit when like a bunch of straight guys go, "Let's go out and find some pussy." I think that's what maybe they were trying
on
to
Valentine's Day.
do. Yeah,
Joyce Wrice concert.
at the Joyce Wrice show.
I don't know if they. You got to
Like,
think
oh, let's go get some pussy together. It's like all of you.
all of you at the same time.
Like, what's the percentage that you're gonna find 5 single women that are just be like, "We want dick."
Yeah, that's
all
on
betting
Valentine's
100?
Day. That's
Just not a high percentage.
not a high percentage at all. You got to rethink that plan. Go somewhere else, fellas.
a
on
lot of
Valentine's
podcast fans there.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them said they learned about Joyce from the interview.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Joyce had a good show. I heard it was sold out,
Yes,
and I believe she has a show in L.A. tomorrow or tonight. Well, when this comes out,
already sold out as well.
already sold out. So congrats to Joyce Wrice on 2 sold out shows in L.A. and New York.
Yeah.
We were hoping to see Eddin there because he had I think 20 dates in one day.
I had like.
You figure with that percentage, she could bring at least half a person.
Yeah, you did speed dating, right?
I did speed
Correct?
dating.
How did it go?
Really good. Shout out to Crema and Sailor Goon. They did Locked In at the
Shout out to
Locksmith.
who?
Did you say words?
Crema and Sailor Goon.
Grandma?
Yeah, crema.
Crema?
Like cream.
Okay, Crema
Oh, I
and who?
need
Sailor
those
Goon.
Bad Bunny
Sailor
captions.
Goon?
Mm-hmm.
Are those people or is
Those
that
are
like
DJs. Really fire female
Oh,
DJs.
DJs.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon, like the
Sailor
cart-
Goon.
Goon?
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it. It was
there you
Sailor Moon, and then
But like with the G.
yeah.
Literally.
but it's a good. All right, yeah,
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
shout out to Crema and Sailor Goon.
So they did the speed dating. I went on like technically, I guess, 15 to 16 dates.
How
It was
long? You said a minute each?
no, they're like 5 minutes each, and that's a long time for me. I couldn't really concentrate when it came to like that.
Talking to somebody like on like a date vibe for 5 minutes that you don't know, that's a long time.
So
Like
this,
5 minutes can feel like 15 minutes.
I'll give you my 2 weirdest scenarios. One, I asked a girl what was like the weirdest question that they got during this whole speed dating thing, and it's been like maybe like an hour since. She said that some guy asked her if she ever had a gun pulled on her.
Yo, what?
A guy asked if she had a gun pulled on her.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then he proceeded to tell her that he has had 2 guns pulled on him. And long story short, that date didn't go too
Wait, in the same building at
the
that
same-
speed date?
at that speed date.
Oh, so your date was just talking about other dates.
Yeah. That was one of my dates. That's how
Okay.
fun those dates were. Another
Okay.
girl was telling me about her traumatic experience with deers.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
So apparently 3 different times in her childhood, deers have been like really like terrorizing to her. So the first time,
I heard deers are assholes. I'm sure.
yeah, the
I heard they're
first-
like just not kind creatures.
yeah, she was like,
They're like the Trump of
I'm-
wildlife.
I'm just saying. I don't want to make any accusations, but from what I understand, Bambi's mother deserved it.
yeah.
Like I heard, like they're kind of
Yeah.
assholes.
How do deer how do you get close enough to deer for them to like traumatize you?
well, what happened for her the first time was because there was 3 times.
This
What
isn't a
happened to her-
speed date,
right? This is a speed date. So she was able to tell me all 3 times in 5 minutes.
You didn't
The first
speak.
time, what?
You must have not spoken.
No, I always ask questions. That makes my life way easier, and then I
Okay.
still get the IAG
Yeah.
regardless.
Mhm.
The first time she was in a car with her family, and then she was like, "Huh, there's no deer around here." And next thing you know, there's just a swarm of deer going around. Damaris knows you're in Syracuse, right? There's deer there, right? Is there a lot of deer in Syracuse?
Yes, there's a lot of deer.
So she was in, I think she was upstate for that case. There's mad deer there walking through, and they were galloping like on top of the car and shit like that, which sounds terrifying at first.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They crashed the car?
No, they were like driving really slowly because of that. Yeah.
I called Cap. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's what she told me.
Okay.
Or maybe she was just trying to impress me. Second time.
With the deer story.
It's a
I know,
weird
with the deer
angle.
story.
Did you feel impressed?
Absolutely not. I was
Okay.
very much like, I can't wait to leave this small.
So on
Puerto Rican
speed
woman.
dating, if you're not feeling the person like the first 2 minutes, can you like hit a bell or something to say like get out of here?
No, you have to be there and
Just go to the bathroom.
You have to sit through it.
Yeah, you have to
Well,
sit
how,
through
how
it.
much time is it with each one?
5 minutes each.
5?
Yeah.
I could handle 5 minutes with someone I don't like.
Yeah, I've handled years with.
Yeah,
someone I
for
didn't
sure.
like,
You handle
so-
hours with me.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you would see again?
Not really.
So
just
you
got
didn't
their
feel no
Instagrams and
connection.
No, one of them like got me kind of tight because we were talking about favorite movies, and I told her my favorite movie was Forrest Gump, and she told me like that shit was whack as fuck. And that kind of hurt my feelings because I love.
She
that
said
movie.
Forrest Gump was whack.
Yeah.
Did
she
you
said
ask
Forrest Gump
what
was
about
whack.
Yeah,
Forrest
you
Gump?
She
can't-
was also like 23 years old.
No, she
Oh,
hasn't.
so has she
Yeah.
even seen Forrest Gump?
She said she has.
She hasn't.
No, she hasn't.
Every girl thinks they're a movie buff.
She saw radio. She thought radio was Forrest Gump.
It's the more inclusive Forrest Gump.
yeah.
It's when the Dems got a hold of Forrest Gump.
Exactly.
They put Cuba in it.
There's no way she saw Forrest Gump and said that movie was whack. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So no, that hurt my feelings. I
Well,
was
you
like,
are
damn.
right. Every chick thinks she's a movie buff and a foodie.
Yeah.
I don't know why women
'Cause
just
you
think
eat.
because they eat food, they're
'Cause you
foodies.
eat.
Because they eat at a Cava.
It's like, oh my God. It's like sometimes I'll have like 8 bites of my burger. I just
Yeah.
don't know when to stop.
when I was gauging
Eight
like
bites of the burger. The burger's done at that point, isn't it?
at 8 bites.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I like big burgers.
You like big biggers? Okay.
Burgers.
I thought you were about to say something else. But
Whoa.
get out of here.
Hey.
What was your swag like?
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, we know the deer swag, movie buff.
Deer
like,
swag.
We know what they were giving. What were you giving up?
What
What were you on? Like,
I was
yo,
just really-
like, you know, I DJ
You're
on the
like, yo,
weekends.
Flex follows me.
that was yeah, no, that was like definitely my
Like, oh, like I hate talking about it, but I'm like a really
I
prominent
tried
DJ in the
really
city.
hard not to talk about
I
myself.
hate to talk about it, but I'm like a real prominent.
Like, oh, since you asked,
yeah, she didn't ask.
Ask.
Well, since you bring it up, didn't bring nothing up.
I didn't like talking about myself. I just asked them a lot of questions.
So you didn't feel a connect, like you didn't find anybody that you maybe be like, you know what, we could go on a real date after this.
Let me tell you something crazy about this speed date. There was for every one guy, there was 10 women.
Ooh.
okay,
It was
type of
just
night?
a lot of women.
Mhm.
And I was very surprised that there was still a lot of guys at the bar, like not even trying to go talk to them.
Mhm.
They were all cool and a lot of them were pretty and everything, but I wasn't really there to find anyone. Like when I was asking them, like, what would they want or who are they looking for? A lot of them wanted boyfriends. And I was very surprised.
at speed dating.
At a
Yeah,
speed
who
dating.
would have thought?
But at a speed date?
Yeah.
Eddin's like, I'm trying to find something tonight.
Oh, no. I was just there to chill.
You didn't want no
No speed date ass?
no little pickle tickle.
Excuse me?
You didn't want to get like a little pickle tickle.
You can't look at me and say pickle tickle.
I'm just asking.
Did you get jerked in the bathroom?
Spend one of those 5
No, I
minutes.
didn't get jerked in the bathroom.
Spend 5 minutes in the bathroom. Yeah.
I've heard every story of how couples met, I think, at this point, and I really don't judge anyone. I've never heard someone say we met at speed dating. And it was
Yeah.
happily ever after.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I've heard
that doesn't-
insane Tinder. I've heard we met in an orgy. I've heard some of the wildest how we met stories.
Mhm.
And all of them was like, yeah, I can see how that could happen.
Yeah.
Never speed dating.
Yeah, I don't. Speed dating is, it's more so for just a fun idea of a quick date, quick night out, just
Yeah.
have conversations with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But I've never met any couple that are together and like, yeah, we met at a speed.
Would you
date.
guys try speed dating yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely try it.
You guys
would.
think you would be like killers?
Killers? You mean like kill the speed date?
Like you'd be going crazy. Like you'd get all the numbers.
Is
I mean,
It's just
think
numbers, like-
I would do pretty good. I think. I don't know. I think that a speed date, I would get a couple numbers. I don't
is
know.
that the objective? Like, I really don't even want to give my number out like that.
I got a lot of IGs. That was kind of cool. My ego
That's
was
like
boosted.
the IG is the new number. You
Yeah.
know that. That's
Well,
the new-
Snapchat is the new number.
What if you just put everyone in a group chat?
Snapchat. Whoa.
People
Yeah.
still on
Nah,
Snapchat.
You're tweaking.
Yeah.
Really?
That's when you don't really want to give them like your real connect.
Bro, nobody.
What stops Snapchat between
I don't know.
Instagram?
I don't know what's going
Nobody
on out in the
uses
streets no more.
Snapchat.
People use Snapchat to hoe around. I know, Julian. We're not all on Raya.
Yeah, you are on Raya.
I am on Raya?
I sent
No, I didn't get
accepted
approved
your
on Raya.
referral.
Oh, thank you. See, yeah,
He uses
you gave me
Flex
the
account.
approval. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flex's account.
On Raya, that's nasty.
Being Flex on
Prime's
Raya.
dates.
Like, yeah, Flex told me to make sure you was cool first. So, what's
Yeah.
your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Where you from?
But you don't think you would get a lot of numbers at a speed date?
I mean, I would hope so. I would hope I would meet some interesting women.
You'd ask
That
them for
seems
their math.
overwhelming, though. Imagine having like 15 people text you all at once. Like you walk out of that spot with 15 new conversations in your phone.
Yeah, I would hate that. That's why
I would lose it. Just one big group chat.
Well, you don't give
one
your number.
big group
Well, you
chat.
don't
Like,
give,
we was
you don't
all
give
in
your number to every chick you sit at the speed date with.
Leaving with 3 numbers would overwhelm me.
True.
3
Yeah.
conversations?
3 is a comfortable number with leaving a speed date with.
One woman was telling me about a bird habitat in the ocean.
That's kind of dope.
This is what
where's
you were
that
talking
at?
about?
This is what we were talking about. It's weird. I don't. Maybe it's my question.
Were people high?
I hope so.
Okay.
Were you
God,
drunk?
That sounds fun.
No, I was
High
very
speed
sober.
dating sounds fun. I
Yeah.
think if everybody's high and you going to speed date, I think that's fun.
I think we got an idea, Mal.
You and I, buddy,
Okay.
we just did something.
Yeah.
I know Eddin was over there like, yeah, like he's really into cars. He's a DJ at Hot 97. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
Why don't you think I wouldn't talk about you guys? You don't think I'd gloat about working for
I
you guys?
hope you didn't talk about me. on your speed date.
100%. I was like, I know Mal.
No, don't ever say
That's how we
that.
got the number.
Don't
He
tell
That's
said,
how
me.
I got the number.
I
Eddie,
know
let me tell you
Maul.
something.
Yeah.
When you leave here, don't tell anybody you know me. All right? When
God.
you walk through life, just act like we never met.
But it's recorded.
Yeah, but I still.
It's like you can't keep that secret.
Still,
Like it's
act
just-
like when
this
you go
whole
out into the
entire
world,
thing.
act like we don't know each
You
other.
guys know Rory? He's pretty funny.
Oh God.
We can get off Valentine's Day, but we have to ask Maul.
Yo,
Was there any pressure from anyone?
no. This was the first year that I literally had nobody that was like
Mhm.
remotely close to thinking about Valentine's Day.
Can we do like a reverse to last year? I feel like you probably said the same thing. That this was the first year that there was no.
No, last year I might have had somebody that I should have did something with Valentine's Day with and just didn't.
Each.
But this year, absolutely nobody.
Gotcha.
And it felt good. Oh God. Just no.
It was about you this year, right?
Yeah.
No,
you
it
were your
wasn't even
Valentine.
About me. It was just like I was like, oh God, I don't have to get no flowers. I don't have to do.
You
know.
got yourself flowers?
Yeah.
No.
Jesus was your Valentine.
We need to talk about like the day after Valentine's Day.
What
That
about
should be a
Side
holiday
chick
too.
day?
No, that not.
I heard that side chick day.
It's a thing.
It is
No,
such a
it needs
thing.
to be like it needs to be a thing though. Like, cause you don't know that you don't have a Valentine's until like a couple days before Valentine's Day. Some people find out on Valentine's Day, like this person they've been seeing is like, oh shit, I'm not it's somebody else.
Mhm.
So like the day after, like it should be something for those people. Like we should do something to console those people and show those people love.
Like?
I don't know, just send them some leftover rose
McDonald's?
petals from like
Oh.
I don't know, like somebody else's date.
Some dead rose petals.
Yeah. So like,
Hand me down.
You were almost
Yeah.
a Valentine's.
Damn.
Rose petals that were fucked
Stay,
on.
stay in
and
the
then
game.
Half eaten
Keep
box
your
of
head up.
chocolates.
Yeah, keep your head up. Keep your chin to the sky. Next year you'll make it.
Saw a funny meme that said, please this year, can we stop with the dramatics? You knew your man had a man.
Oh, yeah. That was funny.
That's not.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought that was funny.
I mean, I think it was specific
Why?
to the Atlanta metro area,
I was gonna
but
say,
I just thought it was funny. That's all.
You know how
That's what you
bad
thought
it
it was?
is?
Specific.
That was
to?
geo-targeted to Atlanta.
That
Damn.
has to
That
be,
specific meme.
but that has to be like really like just think about the people that find out on Valentine's Day like, oh
That-
shit, he got somebody else.
Better
They
than
were,
Christmas.
they were at Joyce Wrice.
Yeah. Whole show.
Well, congrats.
Congrats to what?
Congrats again to Joyce on the Sold Out New York show. I'm not getting into that with y'all. You said you were at the studio with Armani White.
Well,
Demaris and Julian went
Demaris and I
crazy.
went to Spring Studios. There was some fashion show, and he was booked to do like one song.
Okay.
So he goes, "I'll go on at 10:30." He
Didn't
went on
go
at
on to 10:30.
He went on at like 1. So we
Yeah.
just hung out in like this makeshift green room and just played Uno and got drunk and just hung out. It was
It's a
great.
sad Valentine's Day.
It was really fun. I thought it was fun.
That sounds like a cool Valentine's Day.
It does.
In a tight green room with Armani White and mischief boots.
Yeah, and then we went out. He did like the one song performance thing, and then all the photos, all the come hang out, and then we left. He dropped
Did-
me off.
Anyone put a draw 2 and a draw 4?
Jesus Christ.
Yo, what was that one version they were playing? You were playing.
They were just cheating. It was just like blatant, like cheating.
What do you mean?
Like there was there wasn't in a circle. People just put the cards down that they felt like
It was like a free for all.
Okay.
It was fucking
It
insane.
was crazy.
So it was Uno with no rules?
just
That
they
sounds
was-
like a Philly
They
thing.
were just putting shit down.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you got a 7 and you didn't touch your forehead, you had to pick up 10 cards. Like it was fucking
I
ridiculous.
mean, I'm
What?
sure that was easy for you.
Wait. If you got a 7 and didn't touch your forehead,
What version of Uno was that?
It was
Dude, I'm
like
telling
Uno
you, man.
mixed with
I've done a
kings.
tour with Armand. I've been on so many like trips with him. There's like 30 versions of Uno he plays.
Oh,
I don't like that new
I
one
still
that has
won,
the
though.
swap the hand shit. I take that out of the new Uno cards when I buy new
Nah,
ones.
that's funny.
that's actually fun.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
You throw that card out. It's like, nah, they don't have.
You know, but it's fun because if you think you about to you got 2 cards left and then somebody hit you with the swipe and then they got like 10,
Low-key has a like custom one that he wrote on for Uno. It's like draw 4 or call your ex, and I'm like, it's a card game. I'll pick up 4 cards. You're not tricking me.
Definitely not. And why would I
agreed to the card game.
Also, like, I'm not calling my
It's
ex.
all the shit that people fall for. I'm like, you could just play the card game. Like, if you lose the card game, nothing happens.
Right.
You're gonna be fine.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you guys had a great Valentine's Day. I'm
So
glad
did you.
everybody felt a little more love on Valentine's Day.
I would have went, but the Holland Tunnel now closes at 11 p.m. and I wasn't
Did it
missing
start
that.
yet? That went into effect?
I went. I parked. I found a parking spot. I was gonna go in with them. It was 10:40. I was like,
Yeah.
nope.
Got a hightail
Nope.
out of here?
Where the studio is right by the tunnel. So Roy was like, oh, perfect. I can just get out.
Yeah.
And then as Demaris and I are walking in, he calls me and goes, yo, I got to go. And I was like, what? Why? He's like, this shit's going
They're about to close the tunnel. The tunnel was closing. That's crazy.
about to be I Am Legend.
How was
They're
the-
about to blow the tunnel up.
How was the traffic?
It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was totally fine.
All right. Well,
The Lincoln is where it's going to be a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
that's
traffic
gonna be crazy.
for your local traffic report to the tri-state.
There you go. The red
Only
wonder.
only get it here. Let
No,
you
you
know.
can get the traffic report anywhere but here. So we are back to talk about something that we spoke about on last episode. That kind of like, everybody got in on the conversation. This whole Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, who's talented, who's not.
Look at you fishing for an
They're
apology.
both talented. Though.
No. I'm not looking for an apology. I just have more info that just supports my
Mhm.
case. Chris Brown did indeed sell out the Madison Square Garden not too long ago.
Shout out to Lil Baby.
Yep.
What?
Oh,
I didn't say anything.
No, nothing. No reason.
He's currently sold out the O2 in London for I believe 7 shows.
Yep.
So
I believe Baby got his work visa for that one as well.
So yeah, man, I don't know why y'all felt like Chris Brown wasn't this megastar that he is, but
Okay, I will halfway apologize.
ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
There is, though.
There
it's
is.
not.
There is.
Literally, if you just look at every plea deal right now.
That's a good point.
I said very specifically, Chris couldn't do it by himself. Lil Baby is an add-on there. No? Baby doesn't move any tickets.
All right, so when Drake sold out the Garden 7 days, he had the Migos with him.
True.
Let me guess, the Migos didn't sell any tickets. It wasn't people didn't come buy tickets.
No, Migos definitely did.
No, they
Okay.
definitely.
But it was also Drake.
But it was also, like it was Drake.
It was Drake and the Three Minutes.
Now, with Chris Brown doing 6 shows in London, the O2 is like what, their garden?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
20,000.
6 nights in a row. He could easily do that by himself. So that's where I'm going to apologize.
Okay.
But I still stand that Bruno Mars is light years above Chris Brown as far as status to America.
Yeah.
I'm not saying talent level, but you're not going to get an apology out of me. Everyone was killing me all fucking day. Can't wait for you to apologize to them all. Nope, I'm stubborn. I'm Irish. I'm prideful. I'm only going to be like, yo, I was kind of wrong.
He's the fighting night.
But it's your fault that I was wrong
You were wrong.
because you pushed me to that conversation.
I have some stats that support Bruno as well.
Okay, Max
that I
Stanley.
wanted to
Heard you.
share.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Bruno's highest grossing tour is 367 million, while Chris's is 40 million. Bruno has 6 diamond songs with only 3 albums out. Chris has 0 diamond songs with 12 albums out and over 100 features.
And an EP with Ray J about being a gang member,
How do you feel about
which
that?
is fire, by the way.
How about them apples, Maul?
Listen, my point was Chris Brown's talent and his performance level warrants him a Super Bowl halftime show.
Look at you changing your
That's all.
your
I'm saying.
entire point.
Y'all was saying he doesn't. I said if he didn't have the history and all the things on his name that happened, he would have definitely by now had a Super Bowl halftime.
I am coming with an actual apology to you though,
Okay.
because I did say I think there was some Kanye inspired stuff in Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance, but I don't think Rihanna sat in pre-production was like, let's do our ode to Kanye. Then she went in Vogue and said, hey, that was my ode to Kanye.
It's just,
So I apologize. I was completely wrong about that.
listen, man. You
got
know,
that one.
well, first of all, thank you for that apology. Number one. Number two, when I say things, I'm not. Sometimes I freestyle, but I thought that
like,
was
like Kanye coming out,
Yeah.
Well, he would have if he didn't fucking go crazy.
but he did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He went crazy. But yeah, I don't know why y'all felt like that wasn't. I mean, it was clear as day that was an.
Yeah, I
ode
mean,
to
there was an
Kanye.
inspiration. of course.
Absolutely. Kanye is one of the greatest artists that we've had in our time and our generation, and Rihanna obviously has a relationship with him, has worked with him. Visually, he has some of the best shows that we've seen. The Glow in the Dark tour, that show is still one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Jesus is the best concert I've ever been to.
That was another one. Yeah, so I mean, why not, show love and just give thanks to a visionary artist like a Kanye who has done so many great things in the culture. And obviously he has a lot of things that he's going through right now, that he's dealing with, things that he said that have affected people and have hurt people, that have caused him to be quote unquote canceled. So this was, I guess, like I said, this was Rihanna's way of showing love and saying, we support you and we love you.
Did you read at least some of the excerpts from the Vogue?
No, I didn't. I just looked at the pictures like I was in a magazine store.
I want to keep this quick so it's not another fucking Kanye West podcast. I don't think what Rihanna said in Vogue is getting enough attention of how big that is for Kanye West. Mm-hmm. She said that's family and sticking by him, etc. More or less, that's what she's saying. Okay. You guys can look at the exact quote. Rihanna is one of the few artists that's on Kanye West level as far as music and business goes. Mm-hmm. Rihanna has just as much to lose, if not the same or more, than Kanye did when Kanye was doing the Adidas and Gap thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For her to come out with LVMH as her partner, everything going through Sephora, and saying, nah, Kanye's my family, is fucking crazy. Like, that's huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's really fucking big for Rihanna to say that. I don't think people realize how nuts that is. That's not like just some rapper or some singer coming out saying, yo, I stand with Kanye West. Mm-hmm. Rihanna is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, business women in the space. Mm-hmm. She's a billionaire.
I mean, again, the whole Kanye thing is if we're supposed to show grace and show, some type of support to people that obviously dealing with mental illness, then why not show that same type of grace and support for Kanye? Mm. You know what I mean? I think that Rihanna recognized that you can't just do away with people when they're going through dark times and they're obviously dealing with mental things mentally and struggling with their mental health. Those are the times you're supposed to support your friends and be there for your friends and help them through those dark times. And I believe that this is what Rihanna showed. Like, we understand that Kanye is going through something. He may not be mentally healthy. He may be just battling some things. So we can't just discard him and throw him away and act like we don't want to associate ourselves with him when everything was good. We were getting music from him. We were getting features from him. We were doing shows with him. Like, and now that things are bad, you just kind of remove yourself and act like you don't know him. That's not the way you treat friends. That's not the way you treat family. You're supposed to help them and support them through their darkest times. And I believe that that's what Rihanna did with this Vogue article. Yeah. And obviously with the Super Bowl halftime show. So salute to Rihanna. Again, we hope that Kanye is getting help and he's, getting better. And I'm starting to see rumblings about the whole Adidas thing being true too. So I don't know. I'm batting 1,000 now.
That was just a rumbling.
I'm just saying we still got some time to see if I'm right. Mm-hmm. I still stand on it that I do believe Adidas and Kanye will be back in business at some point before this year is done. I do not think that Adidas will allow billions of dollars of material and clothing and ideas to just sit in a warehouse without, trying to fix a relationship and move forward. So we'll have to see. But the Rihanna Vogue cover with Rocky, with A$AP Rocky and her son. The big stat here though is Rihanna actually drew in more viewers than the actual game. Mm. She had 5 million more viewers than the actual Super Bowl. We kind of figured that would happen. A lot of people that don't watch football but love Rihanna.
Do you think Chris Brown would have more viewers than the Super Bowl game? I'm sorry. We're not going to go back to it. This is amazing. 5 million more people than the fucking Super Bowl is nuts.
That's big.
118.7 million viewers for her performance.
That's fire.
And then people had to.
And she did it by herself.
Did it by herself? Well, she has a baby with her, but
fair.
Did it by herself. The one thing I hated though, people when these numbers came out, then some schmuck. Are we canceled for saying schmuck?
Probably, but go ahead.
We'll clean that up. Some idiot posted the World Cup numbers. Mm. I was like, why are you bringing in the World Cup into the Super Bowl?
The biggest sport on earth.
Like, why are you doing that? All the World Cup was 537 million. I'm just like, but we talking about Rihanna in the Super Bowl now. We're not talking about the World Cup. But either way, Rihanna bringing in 5 million more viewers to the Super Bowl than the actual game is a big stat, big number. Which song of hers is currently number one?
All of the Lights was number 1 on iTunes for the first time in 13 years.
If I'm bringing in 5 million more people to the Super Bowl, fuck that, pay me. Like, I get it. Your streams go up, your exposure goes up. They cover some of the production. I know it's a staple in life to be able to say you did halftime at the Super Bowl, but Rihanna's bringing in 5 million more people than the 118 million that are already there at the time when commercial prices are at its highest, and you're not going to pay Rihanna?
She's getting paid. It's just not directly by the NFL.
So, all right, but so is the NFL, though.
Which is the partner
Pepsi
of
and
the
Apple,
whole thing. Yeah, they're they're pumping her with money. I think people like get that misconstrued. It's like, she did it for free.
No.
Never say no to
I'm
the
not
free
getting that
word.
misconstrued. I'm aware. Doesn't mean the NFL has to come up off their fucking ties too.
I mean, I get it, but if your numbers are jumping the way the Fenty numbers have jumped, the way obviously her streaming numbers have jumped, I mean, listen, it's the biggest look on the biggest stage of the night of probably the year in America as far as American TV is concerned. I mean, I get it. I know what you're saying. I'm bringing in 5 million more, which means my platform is huge as well.
You don't think when they were setting their halftime commercial prices, the NFL didn't sprinkle in, hey, Rihanna's performing?
Oh, absolutely.
And up the price?
Absolutely. Of course they did. They knew what it was. But again, you on the back end, all of your numbers across anything that you're involved with, any of your businesses, everything jumps.
And I'm not
700%.
saying I'm not saying the NFL should put Rihanna in a 360 deal where they eat off all that shit, but
Right.
you got to come up off something. I'm bringing
give us
that
something.
type of shit.
I get it.
Like, I'm paying for my own production on your field right now.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's the biggest stage in sports, probably the most viewed American television event of the year. Maybe I don't know. The Indianapolis 500 is kind of.
Is that a big one?
Yeah, I believe so.
It said immediately following her performance, her Spotify streams went up 640%.
I mean, that sounds worth
Well, who does that benefit more? Universal or Rihanna?
Oh, Universal.
Oh, Universal, of course.
And
Yeah.
that's a whole different conversation.
So I get that there's a lot of factors that come in. Of course, Fenty, I know she has much more of a stake in than probably what her early albums were with Def Jam, but I don't know. I think fair is fair. I know money kind of doesn't even matter or exist when you're at this level in these type of impressions, because regardless, you're going to clear 100 million. Still right is right, and I think the NFL is catching a way crazier lick for getting Rihanna for free.
Bitch Better Have My Money saw the largest increase with 2,600% after the show started. Diamonds 1,400% up in gain. Rude Boy 1,100. So I mean, there's a direct correlation.
Yeah,
to, obviously the show.
Yeah, I think Apple and Spotify did great.
I mean, yeah.
You know, they love.
I'm talking about Rihanna right now.
Yeah, I get it. I understand what you're saying. She should. The artist that performs should get some type of cut of that audience. I get it. I understand what you mean.
But her sponsor is handling it. Like, you're not cool with that.
Her sponsor is not Pepsi.
Well,
per
their
se.
sponsor is handling it, which is Apple and technically Pepsi in this case.
Yeah, which is brought in based off a relation. I don't know the exact terms of deal, but that's not. Rihanna didn't bring Pepsi and Apple to the table. The NFL says, "Hey, we have Rihanna," and Pepsi and Apple will say, "We'll bet." And we'll give money. Of course, Rihanna got money out of that shit.
Yeah.
I just think the NFL
is skipping out.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're in the position they put themselves in a position to not pay the artist because they're like, we're giving you this platform. Like, we're here. We have the stage. We have the show. We'll give it to you. We will bring in.
This is Illuminati level. I'm paying you an exposure.
Yes, but it's not. It is, but it isn't, because they're also saying we'll give you our sponsors who will be the ones retroactively funding you. But without us, this platform, this whole thing doesn't exist.
Sure, and I'm not saying that the NFL is also making money off Apple and Pepsi because of it.
Absolutely,
yeah, of course.
Everyone's making money regardless. I'm saying NFL has to come up off some of their cut to Rihanna. Anyways, Andrew Tate. That's the transition.
So
right there. No transition. Andrew Tate. We have to talk about this point. We have been avoiding talking about Andrew Tate for quite some time.
Yeah.
I guess it was last week or maybe 2 weeks ago now. I said, I don't know much about Andrew Tate. I've obviously been seeing things about him online. I don't follow what was going on. I said, I want to start following it because for some reason I get the same kind of feeling about Andrew Tate that I got with President Trump at one point. Like, maybe people are just throwing shit out on the internet about this person that are not true. Let me go dig and see and find out what's really going on with this guy and see what all of the talk and the hype is about. And it came out last night that there was some WhatsApp messages from two of the ladies that were accusing him of, I guess, some type of sexual assault.
And there were sex trafficking charges.
Sex trafficking or whatever it was, that two of the ladies that were involved in that, their WhatsApp messages have been verified. They are real and that they have been put out and that the whole thing has been a setup. They tried to frame them. They tried to frame him and his brother of these crimes. So, again, my feeling was right because I don't know. Every time I see Andrew Tate talk and the things that he say, he's very obviously educated. He's an articulate person. I don't know much about him other than that. I never got into the whole Andrew Tate thing, but it was something about the things I was hearing about him that I was like, I don't think a guy that's doing these things is going to be this visible and this like willing to talk to the internet if he's like guilty of these. Usually people like that go into hiding and they, get away from the camera and they get away from social media. Mm-hmm. But he was like, everything I've seen on him was like, this is a lie. They're setting me up. Like they know that this isn't true. Like they're just trying to quiet me and they're trying.
Well, there's also some value in that though.
Yeah, but
there are people doing
crimes,
heinous shit and purposely put themselves out there because they do like the attention that it draws and they do like the I'm falsely accused, they're attacking me. Not saying that is the case with Andrew Tate. I did watch that Vice War Room documentary about Andrew Tate and everything he had going on with his brother. It was interesting, to say the least. I can't sit here and say I know everything about Andrew Tate and the things he's accused of. I think the sex trafficking thing has been around for about a year now. The rape allegation stuff has been around for, I think, maybe 5 years.
Jesus.
So anytime you throw those around, you have to at least take it seriously, whether you know the evidence or not.
And I'm not saying that he's not guilty of
not
these
to say
things.
He's guilty, but you have to at least take it into consideration if there's a lot of people saying that you're accused of these types of things.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just every time I see him speak and I'm just like, it doesn't come with, you don't get that vibe. Like, I'm not saying I can just tell.
No, he definitely gives me some rapey vibes sometimes, really? which isn't fair. It's not fair to put that on someone. I am speaking casually right now. That's very unfair to put on someone.
Yeah, so don't put it on him.
But what we're talking
Take it off.
I'll take it off his jacket.
All right, good.
It could be put back on very soon, though. Mm-hmm. He definitely, in the rhetoric and character that he plays, because I've seen him break character, and I know he is in character a lot with this. Mm-hmm. That overly alpha male shit can lead into some handsy situations.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I that I understand, but I feel like because of him being such this, trying to be a dominant male and put male dominance and females should submit to men and all of that. That was, I guess, his angle with the internet and his whole thing. That I'm like, okay, I can see how some women might come forth and say, yo, he sexually assaulted me. That because you're speaking about being this male dominant guy with your relationships with women. I can see that, but something about the way he was speaking, as far as when these charges came down and him and his brother being arrested, it was like something is off here. Like everything that's on the internet about this dude right now, for some reason, I'm not believing all of this shit. Mm-hmm. And now you have these things coming out with these WhatsApp messages where two women obviously were trying to frame and set up him and his brother. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. It's like, okay, now things are starting to unravel where we're like, okay, obviously these two women try to set up. Not saying that there still isn't some shit, some fucked up shit that he's done.
The apple doesn't far too far.
But I'm just saying, like, okay, we're starting to see some things like, okay, yeah, but here's two women that are clearly lying. They have the WhatsApp messages. They have the wiretaps. Like, they tried to frame him and his brother. So that's all I'm saying. And I did want to start like really paying attention to the whole Andrew Tate thing. So obviously now I have to start paying attention to it.
Where do you fall? And let's not even make it just Andrew Tate specific, but we can start with him. Where do you fall on the trying to silence the alpha male dominant old school type thinking? Because they took Andrew Tate off the internet at one point. I don't know if you remember that last year.
Yeah,
I have yet to see someone get taken off the internet.
To me, that makes a person more powerful.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
He was the most Googled person at one point last year.
Yeah,
when he got on Twitter, when he went back on Twitter, I think it was the most liked tweet in history.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So is this guy one of those? He's just he's playing the internet game.
It's the rhetoric, because I do think there is a lot of value in masculinity channeled correctly. And I do believe that they are trying to suppress some masculinity to some degree. I do think there is some truth to that side of YouTube and podcasting where they are trying to silence alpha men.
They're trying to push the soy boys forward.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
I don't disagree there. But if you do see the influence they have on kids with their developing brains and not fully understanding that Andrew Tate is one in character, taking everything he's saying at real surface value, it's fucking dangerous.
That's where it's problematic.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Agree.
It gets nuts.
Tens of billions of views on TikTok.
Yeah.
They say he's listened to and streamed far more than any like British political prime minister figure. Like he is directly impressed. Like
he took what Andrew Tate did is he took Kevin Samuels and like put like fentanyl on it.
Sure.
Is what he did.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
He took because what Kevin Samuels was doing, he was kind of a male dominant type of guy. Like
yes,
he did it in a.
I don't even think he was as extreme.
I feel like he was more like
I just said. Andrew Tate is Kevin Samuels on fentanyl. He just put more. He put a stronger cut on there that could kill you.
I would just say straight cocaine and MMA octagon. Like maybe put
mix.
Take Kevin Samuels and put him in an octagon on cocaine and a black belt.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Samuels was more.
You don't think Kevin Samuels?
He had a lot of the what you would deem misogynistic views of the alpha male shit, but it was from the corporate guy. I just have more money, so you have to submit to me.
Yeah,
this guy is trying to start an army of men. Yeah. Kevin Samuels was in a suit with his legs crossed, and it's like his dick has to hurt right now. There's no way your legs can cross like that.
Yeah,
and he has like fucking art and shit. It's definitely different approach.
Different approaches.
Very similar though.
Yeah, very similar. Message was very similar. Different approach.
Can you imagine if they sat down together? If that moment ever happened,
the internet wouldn't let that happen.
I don't know.
I
would have let that
had he not passed. I think it would have.
Had he not passed, and if it happened to be in the window before Tate got canceled, if he came on his podcast, I think that would have gone.
Or them in Fresh and Fit.
Crazy.
Kevin Samuels is the guy that the girl brings home. But Andrew Tate is the guy that the girl cheats with.
Keep going.
Would you rather be the guy?
You don't want your family to know that you fucking with this dude.
Would you rather be the guy that the girl brings home or the guy the girls cheat with?
I'm the guy the girls cheat with.
Same.
Absolutely.
I'm not proud of it.
I'm a good listener, so they're definitely cheating on me.
Yeah, when you listen good, you get cheated on.
I can be brought home.
Demaris, which one are you? The girl that the guys bring home or the girl that the guys cheat with?
Bring home. I'm not the cheating kind.
But you don't know.
You ain't gonna get your cheating off with me. How do I not know? I'm nosy as fuck. I know.
Some guy that's been in a relationship is definitely hooked up
for
with
sure. No, I've been fooled before. For sure. No, I've been
We all have. We all have.
Yeah, but that's not a regular occurrence.
Demaris, I feel like you've purposely been quiet during this segment, which I understand. I'm not asking you to speak for all women, but what do you personally think of Tate
as all women
and everything?
I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire.
Ooh,
so
okay.
You're only going to accuse, only so many people are going to, but we've had this conversation, only so many people are going to accuse somebody of something or being an asshole. And like, it's coming from somewhere. So yeah, there might be some people that lie, but everybody isn't lying. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, Affleck.
Is that the thing?
That's an ad.
I get it.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Why you plugged Affleck like that?
Use New Rory Mall for Geico Insurance. I did in the Vice documentary. It was funny. I felt like this was a payback to Vice when they did the Andrew Tate doc, because they would go into Chicago.
Wait, there's a doc on Andrew Tate already?
It's old.
Damn. Okay.
Over a year, I want to say. Which Vice got accused of misrepresenting him, cutting edits out of context and everything within the doc. But we remember when Vice used to go into Southside Chicago and be like, "What's the deal with the GDs and the BDs?" And it's like, all right, man, maybe we should just pick a different guy. Mm-hmm. But nothing ever happened to that guy, because had something happened to that guy in Chicago, everyone would have been arrested. Mm-hmm. They sent that same nerdy guy out to fucking Austria, wherever, Ukraine, wherever he is, Europe, and sent him into the dojo with Andrew Tate and his minions, who can all fight. And they was boxing with him. It was fucking hilarious. It's what Young Chop should have done to Vice.
I got to check that out. I did say, like I said last week, we spoke off camera, and I did say, something about this dude that I don't know much about. I haven't been following the story, but I do want to get more into the story of this dude, because I just think that there's a lot of shit in here that's like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. obviously these women are setting them up. Like it's just a bunch of shit. So I just want to figure this guy out before I pass judgment on him.
Well, what are you figuring out from this image that you're seeing right here?
What is this? He's holding a sword.
Right.
Is this from the Vice doc?
It is.
Yeah, it's from the headquarters.
Okay.
The Tate headquarters.
So he just walks around with a sword.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's his cock.
Excuse.
I mean,
That's my line.
it's like there's all these phallic representations. All these guys are like these like fucking hyper macho masculine guy. I have a sword. So who cares?
This is you. You know that, right?
That
That is not me.
You're like a Tate minion.
I'm not. I'm a what?
You're a Tate
Minion?
minion.
Yeah.
You're one of his.
You might be on Tate. Tate's
I'm
side.
not.
You
on
sniffing
Tate
Tate.
time?
Yeah, you
I'm
definitely
not.
smoking Tate.
I'm pussy. I'm not a sword wielding fucking
now you're
Bugatti
pussy.
driving.
Now he's pussy.
You're not on
cigar
Tate time?
smoking. I don't have my chest tattooed. Come on, I'm not that.
I mean, you don't have a chest tattoo, but
But
I
you have a Kanye tattoo.
It's just true. I am that.
That is
you
true.
have a Kanye tattoo?
What's wrong with that? Yeah, he loves the old Kanye.
Tate tattoo is on the other bicep.
I never knew that you had the Kanye bear tatted on your arm.
This is a good plug for our upcoming Patreon where
Yeah.
we are all going to go to a tattoo parlor and
There you
I'll
go.
tell the story of why I have this tattoo. I will not do it on this pod.
Okay, we're not
The way
talking
he
now.
defends, you didn't think that
Yeah,
you would.
patreon.com/.
I'm not going to talk about it on this pod.
Okay.
I'll talk about it on Patreon.
All right, cool.
Patreon.
I actually-
We're going to talk about that. I had no idea that you had that on your arm.
Patreon.com/.
But
question.
yeah, you could be looked at as a Tate follower, like you follow his word.
I don't.
Should a man ever have more than 2 buttons unbuttoned on his shirt?
If you have a chest tattoo and a shaved chest, yeah.
And if you're sitting on 20 bricks, you can. If you're the plug, if you have 20 kilos sitting,
Your shirt
Okay.
shouldn't even be buttoned at
Yeah,
that
you
point.
Yeah,
you
okay. It should
definitely
be
show your
yeah.
chest.
Well,
I've
how do
not
we
seen
feel-
you with more than 2 buttons unbuttoned?
You see me? You've never seen me with more
Yes,
than
I
2
have.
buttons
Where?
unbuttoned.
Where?
Oh, I
Please tell me where.
Where?
Yes, I have.
Where?
Because
Never.
I've seen your
Speed
chest
dating?
hair before.
Yeah, I have a lot of chest hair.
No, but like that means that it was showing.
Why are you staring
Where
at my
were
chest
you?
hair?
Where were you with a button-up
God,
shirt
I
on?
can't
First of all,
remember.
Oh,
We
probably
were
Oh,
in
I've
Houston.
definitely wore button-up shirts.
unbuttoned.
Yeah, like 1 or 2, not 4.
Where were you?
You saw cleavage, Demaris?
Yeah.
Oh, I always have cleavage.
It was
Come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was his chest was out. I can't remember where we were though.
When you saw Eddin leaving the hotel in LA, what's his chest hair showing?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Julian.
But that was more of conservative first. You know.
Yo,
Later he unbuttoned.
y'all don't know how.
Later he
y'all
did
don't
one of
know how
these.
mad and it was that I saw him, yo.
Shut
y'all
the
don't.
fuck up.
Y'all don't see. He tried to hop in that shit. Like he was actually pushing in, like, go get in. Get in.
Oh, fuck them all. It's them all. It's them all.
Get in. I'm just sitting in the car laughing, like, look at him, just nasty. Where you going?
I was going to go eat.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And no Andrew Tate, but that is the theme of tour to some degree. When you're just in the same hotel as all the people you're on tour with, sometimes like, yo, get in. I don't want anyone to see us.
Get in. Go.
My room to the right, to the right.
Just get.
Rory and I literally shared a wall.
Hey.
Yeah,
We were
like
neighbors.
I could knock.
Oh God.
Did you?
I would not want to be
It was sick.
hotel neighbors with Julian. No. God,
What's wrong
no.
with that?
Please, no, just save me, man. I can. Julian is crazy. That's why.
All right.
I mean, if you needed a chew, it was right next door.
Oh yeah, nah. No shoes, please. Don't need it.
Well, what do we think of the Vice guy swag here with the khaki
He seems
pleated,
so interested.
pleated
He's
shorts?
like, whatever
Looks like
Andrew Tate
Tom
is saying,
Holland.
he's definitely like
I see that.
taking all of it in. Pause.
Evidence, no evidence. He's in Romania. I don't know what that court system is like. I don't know if it's easy to beat, harder to beat. I don't know if evidence matters at all. But if Andrew Tate beats this case, I don't know. It's a win-win. If he loses the case, he's still one of the biggest people on the internet.
Yeah.
If he wins, he might run for office somewhere. It's like,
I mean-
this could get nuts if he beats this case.
Yeah, this is a classic case of he goes through this, and if he comes out of this clean and all charges are dropped, I think that this only enhances his obviously his presence on the internet, his quote unquote star power, celebrity power, if you want. But again, yeah, I have to check out the documentary. I want to learn more about this dude before I decide to pass judgment. But something is just a feeling that I get is there is a lot more to this, and obviously he's being set up by 2 women we know of so far. So I do want to learn more about him though.
Do we owe Eminem an apology for trying to warn us?
What did Eminem warn us about?
Stan.
Okay.
Everything in every genre, politics, music, anything, media,
Mm-hmm.
products,
Mm-hmm.
everything is based off culture.
Oh, I mean,
And now
did we not know that
the
before
eas-
Eminem?
the easiest, yeah, but now, even though the internet was not big when Stan came out, Eminem was still on everyone's TV, and we started to see the results of when media picks you to be the face of everything.
Right.
Now you don't need the media. You literally can be at your crib and just plug in your fucking Wi-Fi, and you can be Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
It's so easy to start a cult now.
It's a lot of consistency.
And everything is based off cult culture. Everything.
Well, I think that's because subconsciously
the genre we're in is based off cult culture to some degree. Podcasting.
Do you guys have a cult?
Well, no, but
We don't have a
subconsciously, people are taught to follow now. You have the follow button.
Yeah, follow button. Yeah.
You follow, you subscribe, you do things like that. So
you have to pick a side.
You have to pick a team. Yeah. So I mean, subconsciously, you fall into this this cycle of just following things, following content, following people, following personalities and things like that. And then you don't realize that you start taking on these thoughts and these ideas in real time, in real life. You start thinking like that, and everything you're consuming, you start to become that. And I don't know where it ends. I will say be careful about what you subscribe to and what you follow and what you take in, because a lot of it is not true. A lot of it is not healthy. And a lot of it does affect people in real time, in real life. So
yeah, and the internet, the number one thing it does is put charismatic people on top.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make this a Hitler thing or go down that road, but Hitler was very charismatic. That's what was a big part of why he had a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you're just a charismatic person in your crib with no resources, they'll follow. They'll get you there.
The tongue is mightier than the sword.
And I've even noticed, like, with critiques, not only with myself, but other podcasters or even in comments, people hate when you don't have a clear stance on something.
Yeah, you have to pick a side now.
And to me, that's very much cult-like culture. Because right now, Andrew Tate, even though I'm aware of the case and I have some understanding of his background, I don't know where I land in that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an issue with listeners, that I'm not saying I'm either with Andrew Tate or I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels. There was some stuff about Kevin Samuels. I agreed with what he said. I was like, oh yeah, I see what he's saying. Then other times I'm like, yo, this dude is wilding.
Yeah.
And that's an issue when you're in media or on the internet for not having a clear stance where I'm either all Kevin Samuels or I'm not. Fuck him. He's the worst.
Dumb.
Yeah.
But that's cult culture to me.
No, I know, but it's like we like you can have an open perspective. That's a whole different thing compared to being pro Tate. And
there's anti-cult culture though.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we saw with Kevin Samuels, right? He had his cult following, right?
Right.
But there was a whole nother following, a whole group that was anti-cult, which was its own cult in itself towards Kevin Samuels.
So stupid. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I know.
even though
It's a
you're
double
not,
standard
even if
thing,
you feel like, oh, I don't fuck with Kevin Samuels' views because I'm not a follower, I don't do nothing like that, you fall into the other team, and then you guys team up, and now you're the anti-Kevin Samuels cult.
Jesus.
It's terrifying.
It goes back to the no vote for Trump is a vote for Trump thing.
Right.
Everything goes back to that.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't vote for anybody. Well, that means you voted
for Trump. Yeah,
no, it
that's
does
weird.
not. I didn't vote for anybody. But, again, that's just the way the world is. The culture is either you're with us or you're against us type of mentality.
And you're never fed the middle ground on any issue. So it's either you have to pick one side or the other.
Well, but I think it's like you're saying also, just like in the news media circuit, there's no click, there's no hook, there's no value in being this middle guy.
No.
You need to put your foot out. You need to be definitive, because that way people will either argue with you or against you. But if you play both sides, then it's like, well, where am I supposed to go with this?
Right.
Even
How
with
am I supposed to feel?
With the current thing in Ohio with the train situation, I've watched both sides, liberal and conservative news on the side of it. Can someone just give me what's actually happening?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make a decision on how fucked up this really is. Because it's either this was Biden purposely is killing the fish, or Biden's doing incredible and everyone can go back to their houses.
And if you're not familiar, a freight train in East Palestine, Ohio, crashed and spilled a bunch of toxic chemicals into the water supply, the Ohio River, all the soil, the land in this entire village in the middle, well, not village, city in the middle of Ohio, and it is killing just toxins are leaking everywhere.
So in the first 2 months of the new year, we've had a toxic spillage in East Palestine, Ohio. We've had a Chinese balloon shot down. We've had
Couple.
We've had unidentified flying object shot down.
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is,
and a Rihanna baby announcement. The first 2 months.
I'm saying is up your life insurance and then take the money out.
Jesus.
That's all I'm saying. Things are getting. I was talking to Loyan yesterday during a meeting. I was like, Loyan, it's Chinese balloons, trains blowing up. I don't know how much longer we have.
Yeah.
Let's liquidate this now.
Yeah. But prayers to the people that are directly affected by the accident and the spillage in East Palestine, Ohio. It looks absolutely crazy. You can see the cloud all the way. Satellite images. It looks like a tornado.
Well, to your point, Maul, of the things that have happened, we're going into the start of the new election year. It's going to happen. I know election is not this year, but campaigning is going to begin this year for real.
Should I put on my red hat right now, or
you can keep the green one?
Okay.
Between the Chinese balloons and these two acts, I'm not being that conspiracy theorist that these were planned so they could start for that. But the circus is about to begin as far as using those two things. That if a balloon could get over there, who says that Putin can't shit on the Empire State Building? Like, that type of stuff is about to come. And then when Democrats are going to go nuts on corporations and their safety laws with these trains, environmental shit, it's going to go fucking nuts. And we're going to get right back to the bullshit that once begun. Because these two things represent both sides' biggest distraction issues. Homeland security, which I'm saying is very important, but it is a distraction.
Yep.
Homeland security with the balloons, with the right. Environmental shit with the left, with this train situation. So I'm not saying they were planned, but, gotcha, in the words of Kanye West.
Yeah.
None of the debris from the shot down identified object has been discovered.
That's interesting. I guess.
See, I'm telling you, we're living in a simulation. Nobody wants to believe me, but okay.
I mean, I watched the movie Train with Denzel. He stopped it from blowing up the town in Pennsylvania.
He did. Pelham?
Yeah, Pelham.
No, not Pelham.
That one too.
No,
though.
there's another movie,
Yeah,
Runaway
two
Train or
movies?
some shit. No, it's literally the exact same thing. He's in Ohio running a train that has nuke-like shit behind it.
Unstoppable?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unstoppable.
Actually a really good movie. Underrated Denzel movie. But this has, again, become more of a circus. Fish are dying, dogs are acting fucking nuts, and it's politicized immediately.
Well, the politicians can't wait to jump on this going into the election year. We know that both sides are going to promise that this will never happen if you vote for them. This wouldn't happen again. This is what we got it under control. All these fake promises and empty promises that politicians do every year. So just prepare yourselves for it. But in the meantime, prayers to everyone affected in the Ohio area.
This could go much further than Ohio.
Yeah.
The Ohio River, Julian, what was it, 9 states or something that it covered as far as a possible water source?
Yeah. Yes. Spanning from New York all the way down through, I forget the furthest state.
They
West.
still haven't cleaned up Flint. Like, we've been through 2 presidents and Flint is still Flint.
So the same way.
Still. It's crazy. That Flint thing, I think I talked about it before. I actually went to Flint and gave out water, spent the day giving out water home to home in Flint a few years ago, back in 2016, I believe. It's like really bad. Like living there is like, you can tell like those people, they're really going through it. And you know, we sit in New York City and we get on the internet and we just hear things and see things, but actually being in Flint and seeing people how what they have to do just to have water, it's absolutely insane that people in America are going through that and living through that. And still, like you said, to this day, I don't know what it's like now, but in 2016, it was bad.
Speaking of YouTube conspiracy theories, Drake was told by the judge he did not have to appear in court for the Tentacion murder. Rest in peace to Tentacion.
Yeah, rest in peace to Triple X Tentacion.
Look at where we at as a society. A judge can subpoena someone based off YouTube conspiracy videos.
Yep.
Like, there's someone snitching in this trial against his 2 co-defendants, and he's saying, like the 3 of us went and murdered him. And then the defendant that's going to trial is like, but what about Drake?
Yeah.
And the judge is like, what about Drake?
I mean, we talked about this when it first came out that he was subpoenaed. We both thought it was the craziest, most asinine thing possible. Like, Drake has nothing to do with this. And we felt like if that was the defense lawyer's angle, not looking good for the defense.
It's to get a name for yourself as a lawyer. I mean,
by just yelling Drake in the courtroom.
Well, this gentleman, I mean, I don't really have any sympathy for him because he murdered an innocent kid.
Yeah.
But he's fucked because he picked a lawyer that has decided that he does not care about the defense of his client. He cares about making a name for himself.
Yeah.
And by doing that, in these days, you just yell Drake's name in a courtroom. That's just like Soulja Boy.
Stupid.
Drake.
It's the dumbest shit. But on Monday, John Blistein reported for Rolling Stone that Drake's lawyers had responded to both the original subpoena and a recently reported order from a judge. Drake's team is calling the subpoena efforts unreasonable and oppressive for a number of reasons, including perhaps most notably the fact that Drake has not been named in any investigation in connection with the fatal shooting. No evidence has been provided to substantiate the assertion that Graham in any way contributed to, had knowledge of, or participated in the alleged incident, and to mandate that he appear for deposition for something that he very clearly has no relevant knowledge of is unreasonable. So basically what we said in a more sophisticated way, Rory. Absolutely fucking stupid.
His lawyers just said, "Fam, come on."
Yeah.
Come on.
Mine's had nothing to do with that.
Come on.
Just cut it out. But again,
Accusations are treacherous.
hopefully justice prevails and the family does have some type of closure. Again, prayers to the family and rest in peace to Triple X Tentacion.
Yeah. Who knows where this is going to take us?
The case?
I'm so happy that judge finally was like, no. Can you imagine if Drake had to go up and do that?
Come on, man.
As if this wasn't already nuts with our court system.
It's just stupid shit. But anyway, in better news, Rory, Pharrell has been named the next creative director for Louis Vuitton.
Mm-hmm.
Round of applause for Pharrell. Salute to Pharrell. Congrats to Pharrell.
Thank you, Eddin.
Good job.
I feel like this is I think Louis got this one right. Pharrell has been a staple in fashion, in our culture, in music for such a long time. He's always stood out with his fashion.
It's Firefly.
And just the things that he brings to his brand.
Yeah.
So this was dope to see him get this look and get this opportunity. I am looking forward to what he does with LV. Because Pharrell has always been one of those dudes that his style is very relatable. Mm-hmm. I remember years ago he said he literally just walks into his closet and grabs whatever he sees. That's his style.
That's cool.
He just throws whatever on. He doesn't think about it.
When you have Pharrell's closet, it's a little easier to do that.
When you have Chanel and Celine laying all over the floor, I mean, it's like, you look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look good. So this is dope, though. I'm really looking forward to this collection and see what Pharrell takes the LV brand.
Why? Again, I'm the furthest thing from any type of fashion expert, but Pharrell has been a label whore and you haven't known it for so long. And that's why I like Pharrell's style. Mm-hmm. He'll be wearing the Celine shit you're talking about, but it won't be the version of it that's plastered everywhere. Yeah. Even when he was doing Bape, like it was still based more off the print than it was the logo type of shit. So I can't wait to see what he does with LV because I like Louis Vuitton, but I hate when it's just mad Louis Vuitton logos in your face.
Yeah. I like the more subtle shit. Like you don't know what it is, but
and Pharrell is a label whore, but he does it in a subtle way. So I mean, I doubt I can afford most of the stuff he's gonna put out, but
I'm sure you can.
Listen, man, I got my mortgage, the Chinese balloons.
Shit is going crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if buying a designer right now is the smartest thing to do.
His first collection for Louis Vuitton will be revealed next June during Men's Fashion Week in Paris. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Are you gonna go to Paris to support?
Yeah.
It's funny because my sister actually texted me 2 days ago, like, "Yo, we should go to Paris next year." I'm just like, my sister texted me the most random shit sometimes. I'm like, on a Monday, this is what you're texting me, like, let's just go to Fashion Week in Paris next year. Like, okay, like, whatever. But I do want to see what Pharrell does because I like Pharrell's style. I've always been somebody that looked at him and like, yo, he knows how to. He doesn't overdo it. I couldn't get with the Canadian Mountie hats. He was going through that phase at one point.
Well, he was working on Justin's Man in the Woods album at the time.
Yeah, I didn't know where Pharrell was taking us with that one. But other than that, I fuck with Pharrell. So
he got his biggest record out of that era, though.
Out of that hat?
Yeah.
Out of that hat.
Happy popped off that.
Yeah, it was in that hat. Yeah, I get it.
He was happy in the hat.
Happy in the hat.
He was happy in the hat.
I like that. I do like the fact that LV decided to stay within, the African-American influence and culture with Pharrell being named the new creative director after the untimely passing of Virgil.
Right.
I was waiting to see which way they were gonna go with it.
You thought Harry Styles, right?
Nah, I didn't think Harry Styles. I thought Harry Fraud maybe.
I get it because it's in the name. Wow.
They just got Harry Fraud.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Who else would you like to have seen, or who else in the same realm as Kanye or Pharrell do you respect taste-wise to be in a position like that?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I think
not many.
Yeah, it's not many. Like Pharrell is the obvious one, I think, for me. But other than that, I really can't see anybody that has been fashionable as long, has their own style, set trends.
Rihanna.
Rihanna would have been dope.
Yeah.
Rihanna
already has the LVMH connection too.
Rihanna would have been dope. I think her fans would have fucking screamed because then that means
100.
we're definitely never getting any more music after that.
Yeah.
But Rihanna would have been dope.
I don't know if it goes much further than that as far as there's
Really no one?
currently there's people that are fashionable, of course, but for how long Pharrell has
Tyler?
been doing this shit,
Tyler
doesn't really fit, and I think he would say that he doesn't fit like the LV type of thing. He could do Lacoste,
Okay.
and I think he'd
That
smell
would be
that.
interesting combo.
You know what's funny? Rocky.
Okay.
I just don't know if he has the name.
with Under Armour. He's had that imprint
Under Armour?
over there. He did a sneaker with them.
Like Rocky has been a fashionable dude for a very long time. He had I think he was at one point, wasn't he the face of? Didn't he have something going on with Chanel at one point?
Possibly.
Or
Maybe.
Celine? One or the other. I think he was doing something with Chanel or Celine. Those are not bad.
Look at those shoes.
But yeah, other than that, I don't really. I think Pharrell was the one. Pharrell was the
That was a great choice.
the one that I think was obviously everybody was like, absolutely, it had to be Pharrell. So congrats to Pharrell, and next June, Paris Fashion Week, we get to see what he cooks up.
Yeah.
Busta, what you say?
I was gonna say, do you think he'll have as big as influence on like their actual? Because they'll put people like in charge of creative direction just for name recognition to appeal to their culture. Do you think?
No, I think he'll actually be in there.
be as active as.
Yeah. I think
was.
Pharrell secretly what he was able to do with Bape, with BBC, I think that he's. This may have been on his vision board at some point. Like, yo, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna really go in there and fuck them up, and really bring the culture to them, and really, make this shit super cool. Like, for us, not so European. Like, this is gonna be like some real. We're gonna bring the streetwear influence to this shit, and I think that this is a dope opportunity for him. I think that he already has a bunch of shit that he's probably been working on for other things that he's just gonna bring over there to LV. And I think it's gonna be some fly. I think we're gonna get some really dope pieces out of that.
For sure.
Busta Rhymes was
Wild transition.
he had a Busta and Pharrell have some music together.
Busta's gonna be the face of Prada.
Past the Cavassier. Busta was walking through an airport. Do
See
we
the
know
connection?
exactly where this was at? This was an airport, correct? It looks like an airport
Yeah.
or like a banquet. A hotel walking into a banquet room
Holy
or something.
water, Hunter.
Oh yeah. Now that you say that, I think this may be more banquet than it is.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking into a conference room or something like that. But I'm gonna go with airport. I don't see any roller luggages, so that's the only reason why I'm kind of not. Oh, that lady
because
right there.
all the wheels broke. That's why.
She has one right there. See, she has a little roller right there.
Okay.
But he was walking through. I'm guessing an airport, and a lady walked up behind him and pinched his cheeks.
Was it a pinch? I feel like that was a,
Look, a little
good
slap.
game.
Yeah.
It was a
It
good
was
game.
a little good rebound.
Good game,
Yeah.
Busta.
Rebound. Good pass.
After an
type of-
assist, yeah.
I fuck
Good
with
pass
you.
on that, and then she walked away, and she kind of like smiled and smirked, and Busta blessed her like only Busta could with the holy water. And said a prayer for the sister.
Wow.
Don't ever do that again.
That's why I don't think it may be an airport though. Open container like that. Busta just had that. That was like Love and Hip Hop accessible drink to be thrown.
Oh, he got that from Hudson News.
They sell ice cups at Hudson News.
Carpet. I've
Yeah,
never
you
seen
got that.
carpet in an airport.
I don't like that her instinct after grabbing his ass was to put her fingers immediately on her face.
Ugh.
Look
She was trying to make sure Busta was zestfully clean. That's
Well,
all.
she was the victim.
She was the victim?
Yeah, if you let her tell it, yeah. She can't see. She's blind now from whatever drink
Yeah.
Busta threw in her face.
He was ready to throw that.
Well,
Am I
according
bugging?
to this woman, this was an accident. She was trying to pat his upper thigh or lower back, or I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm serious. She said it was an accident.
Listen, man, you can't touch
Not a
people.
fucking accident.
You can't touch people. You can't grab a man's ass. You can't, like, if this was the other way around, the entire internet, the entire culture would have tried to cancel Busta behind this grabbing a girl's ass like
Right.
that.
Good game.
So, I mean, we have to be fair, equality, right? We have to be equal. This lady was absolutely out of line for that. There's nothing wrong with just saying hello to Buster, asking for a picture like regular normal people do. But trying to pat his ass or grab his ass was absolutely disrespectful and out of line. And Buster responded in the way he saw fit, and he just threw his drink on the lady. And I like it. I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but don't ever do that again. Take this to your face. Bow.
It's unfortunate now he doesn't have a drink.
Well,
that's where I feel for him.
Yeah. Do we know what that was? Was it alcohol?
Parched.
Was it water?
Ciroc?
It was an open cup.
looked
I don't
like
think it
Cavassier?
It wasn't Cavassier.
Yeah, it was a
clear.
Cavassier.
Wasn't Cavassier?
Do they still sell Cavassier?
Yes.
You don't
No?
think, you think Cavassier is all gone? Like, it's
Yeah.
not on any shelves?
Yes. I
Of
do
course-
think that.
Of course, they still sell Cavassier.
When was the last time you seen Cavassier just chilling? With someone that was under 55 years old?
I had some Cavassier about a year ago. It was
Why?
pretty good. It's better than Hennessy.
Why?
My best
Cavassier
friend
might be better than Hennessy, yeah. I'm
It's
with you.
way better than Hennessy. My best friend's husband had some. And
Well,
I talked about him like a dog too, but I helped him drink it.
Like a dog.
You shitted on him for having Cavassier and then drank the Cavassier?
I would do that too to somebody.
That's such
like
a
still,
Demaris thing.
still pass the
Got some
Cavassier.
fucking Cavassier in here? Let me get a cup.
Give me the cup. Yeah.
Let me get a cup. see what
Cavassier has to feel like shit though, because that's a classic record, one of my favorite music videos of all time.
Yeah, it's fire video.
And like it really didn't push the Cavassier sales.
Dropped the ball.
Mhm.
I'm sure it did at the time.
Buster
Did it?
has-
I wasn't 21 at the time, and I would only drink after 21.
nobody
So
would
can you
drink-
tell me?
Nobody was drinking Cavassier. Everybody, that was like a heavy champagne era.
Okay.
Heavy champagne. Like that was still, that probably was Chris, no, not Cristal. That was Perrier Juliet.
Okay.
That was that era, I believe.
Mhm.
Everybody was going crazy with that, or the Dom.
Mm.
That was that era. Nobody was drinking
Paragon.
Cavassier in the clubs. Nobody.
What era are we in now in terms of?
Of liquor? Casa.
Oh, Casamigos.
Yeah, this is
It is Casa. Okay.
tequila.
It's the tequila
This is
era.
the tequila era for sure.
I love it.
I'm
I
gonna
miss
say
the
I'm,
Ace
I'm
era.
glad where I was put on the time of Earth.
I wonder if Usher ever got any percentage of Patron, because he definitely helped sell Patron. When he said, "Take a shot of this here Patron," and it's gonna be on. I never saw Patron in anybody's house before that song came out. I swear to God.
Really?
Swear to God. He said, "Pass, take a shot of this here Patron, and it's gonna be on."
Yeah.
Everybody.
What
drank
year
Patron
was
after
that? That was early 2000s.
That was 2004, 5.
No, like
3.
3.
Yeah, maybe
Patron
3.
pop-
That was
Popping at that
Confessions, right?
Yeah.
So that was 2003.
2000. Yeah, I want to say 2003. Speaking of Patron, did anyone watch the interview with Caleb Presley and Drake and Drake's son?
I didn't see it yet, but you guys talked about it. I'm seeing clips online. It looks like it's hilarious. Caleb Presley his interviews are hilarious.
Very, very funny. Worth the 12-minute watch for sure. They did a great job. But Drake mentions at the end, which I looked at Drake nuts until I Googled it. Dan Aykroyd is part owner of Patron.
Yeah.
Blues Brothers Dan Aykroyd.
Really?
They were all looking at Drake like he was nuts. And I was too. I was like, maybe Drake is confusing the actor Dan Aykroyd with some like person he met with Michael Rubin.
Mhm.
I Googled it. He's a part owner of the company that owns Patron.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Dan Aykroyd out here
yes.
still getting to the bag.
Like George Clooney, I know with the Casamigos, but we
Yeah.
had Dan Aykroyd walked, so
Paved the way.
Yeah. So Mark Cuban can fly. Right?
so Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban has a tequila too.
Oh, he had Avion.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I
just
didn't
in
know
that was in Entourage. I don't know if that was
Entourage
real.
plug. Yeah.
No, that's real. Mark Cuban owns that.
I think
No.
Avion is owned by someone else.
I'm almost positive that Mark Cuban owns.
Rory saying that shit bougie. It's not Avion.
Avion.
No, it's not
That's what
real.
they said in
Oh,
Entourage.
okay.
Look at this.
No, that's
So
the water.
It was once Mark got.
It's so hard not to love
It's
Demaris.
once. It's once
That's not
Mark
Avion.
got-
No, it's not Avion, Demaris. I promise. That's water.
It's once Mark got involved that the sales increased a lot.
Mm.
He owns the majority shareholder.
Okay.
Right?
Mark.
Yeah.
And then Jeezy was involved with that shit too, right? Ken Austin, who was in Entourage as well.
Okay. Look at us.
Well, the name was.
Conquering all of the tequila
Tequila.
conquistadors.
Listen, I will say though, George Clooney having stake
Jesus.
in Casamigos is nuts.
I'm so sorry.
He's a billionaire now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where is Casamigos like in that whole Dow Jones?
Dow Jones.
Where's Casamigos on the Dow?
The
Casamigos
stock?
became big after I stopped drinking. So I've never had it.
Oh, it's
You've never
they
had
print that shit.
I've never
You've
drank
definitely. I
Casamigos.
think
I've
she gave
poured
you a shot of
some
Casamigos. Yeah.
Where?
When you was getting loose on the couch with
B. Simone.
with B.
Whoa,
Simone, you
when
was
he
off
was
the
what?
meat. You was off the
That
meat.
was okay. So that was the first and only time
We
I've ever
took
had
it
that.
somewhere else too. And
Never.
I can't remember.
Never.
Somewhere in LA.
You got a little
Never.
Lucy off the Migos.
Never.
Lucy off
I've
the
never drank
Migos.
Casamigos in LA. Never.
We made you take a shot for my birthday at my birthday dinner when we were at
on her birthday.
Delilah's.
That was
For her birthday.
Casamigos, was it? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
As you don't remember because we put something in the
You were
drink.
very strong about not drinking.
Wait, is that
Casamigos.
when we took her to Delilah's and she spent the whole night at the bathroom on the
Yeah.
phone?
Excuse
Yes.
me?
I wasn't on the. Can we not talk about that? I wasn't on the phone.
Yeah, right.
We had to drag her
me
out
and
of
you were at the
Delilah.
table, right? We was at the table. Me, you,
Yes.
and Sean, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you was at the bathroom or by the bathroom. I don't know what the hell
I
you were
was,
doing.
I was in the bathroom having a mental breakdown, but yeah,
Oh
it's
my
cool. It's
God,
cool.
mental
Fine.
It was the Casamigos, right?
It was the Casamigos.
No, it was that phone. It was some
They get
text
you
messages. That's
crazy.
what it was.
Mixed with the Migos.
Yeah, and the Migos
And the
playing.
Casamigos. Yeah.
Shout out to Delilah's.
Elon
But you
Musk.
took one,
oh,
yes.
Okay, so that was like 2 in like the span of what?
You've
2.5
had it.
years?
It's pretty much
point.
your favorite drink, is what
Yeah.
we're saying.
2 in a year.
Actually, I need help.
Yes.
The cleanse. The cleanse you're on.
He's off the Casa.
Yeah, I gotta
Off the
relax.
Casa?
I gotta relax off the Casamigos.
We think it's a juice cleanse. It's just Casamigos.
Yeah, I had
all
a
Yeah,
he's
this right
drinking.
here is all.
Casamigos.
I had 2 shots of Casamigos in my entire life. I need to relax.
Elon Musk says he will appoint a new Twitter CEO
Congrats,
by
Mom.
the end of the year. Eddin, for
Because
some reason,
this is because he lost the Twitter poll, right? And they said that they voted. He said if they vote for me to step down, I'll step down, and everybody voted for him to step down.
it was, I'm sure, a clear victory.
That's honorable though for him to honor that. As,
He is not gonna
as
honor
the,
that.
as the dude that owns Twitter. For him to be like, yeah, you know what? I'll appoint a new CEO after he lost the Twitter poll. I like that.
But you realize he's went against everything that he said about Twitter thus far. So it's not like he's going to honor this.
Well, I mean, this is his first year. He's trying to figure it out, Rory. We can't put too much pressure on Elon.
I just want third-party apps back. Like, I was riding, when everyone hated Elon with
Tweet
the Twitter
Logic is
shit,
gone?
I was against the Twitter staff.
Yeah, he
I was
ran
with Elon, and then he took third-party apps out, and now I barely use the app.
Yeah.
What is
The regular Twitter app sucks.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to like Twitter more now, though.
Huh.
Like it's starting to feel like back in like 2008, 2009. for Twitter.
Sounds like something the CEO of Twitter would say.
Yeah, it's
You
starting
gotta
to feel like that.
Bring us back to the promised land.
I
Yeah.
think so, man. I think so. I like Twitter. I like because now you can upload everything: video, pictures,
Right.
audio. It's like
If and when you become the new CEO of Twitter, what's like the first thing you in place?
the first thing that I'm in place.
Yeah.
Well, we got to clean up the bots.
The F word.
We got to get the bots out of here.
Which
Ooh,
F
Clean
word?
up the
yeah.
bots.
Fun?
Actually, you know what's funny?
is
Because
fun.
years ago when my account wasn't hacked, but years ago, like if you, I had a BlackBerry at the time. You leave your phone down, homeboy grab your phone, start tweeting some crazy shit. You come back, that's when you say, yo, my mentions in shambles.
Yeah.
And you look at
Yeah.
your phone like I didn't even tweet anything.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends had tweeted some wild stuff on my account. I thought I had deleted all of them. Apparently, I didn't. One day I go on Twitter to open it up, and it says that you have to delete these tweets before you can use your account again. And it was like 3 tweets with some crazy words in it. I was like, I like that though. The fact that it's saying like, yo, delete these,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
trying
you
to
can
get you
get
ready.
back on your account.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I
Keeps
didn't,
the app moving.
yeah, like I didn't expect to see that, and I literally just deleted the old apps from like 2008, deleted them, account back on.
Look at that.
I
What were
like
the
I like
tweets?
that, huh?
What were the tweets?
Why
It
are
was
you
like
like this?
F-bombs in it.
Nice.
But you know, back then, like the F-bomb wasn't the F-bomb. It was kind of like
It was just the F.
You know, we
it
just
was
leave
a
it.
bomb.
Just leave it at that.
It was like a flex bomb. Yeah,
It was like a flex
it was
bomb.
a flex bomb.
I finally got a new phone and updated like every app because I was
Nice.
I had like the iPhone 11. I was living off a crazy iOS. I was living in like medieval time iOS.
Yeah.
Instagram now has like this little memories thing from stories from like the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, the archives. Yeah.
It was cute at first.
I'm not. You don't want to be
I had a
reminded.
lot of reminders I didn't need.
A lot of reminders. A lot of images.
man.
A lot of
I
faces.
was like,
You're
what is
I don't-
this?
I don't even speak to her anymore. I hate that girl.
It was just a lot in my memories where I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't need that.
Memories live like people
Yeah.
do.
And then they put a nice little.
Sometimes they remember
They
you.
put a little melody behind the picture
Yeah.
and make a reel. Like no. We can just delete that whole thing. I don't.
Do you want to post?
No, I don't. I don't even want to see.
do you want to share your memory?
No,
No.
I don't want to share anything.
Delete it.
I do. I don't know if y'all noticed though. I do love that Instagram did fix and allow us to enlarge the Abbeys. You can click on the Abbeys
Yeah, you
now.
can-
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's
it
cool.
So no more
enlarges the Abbey.
screenshotting and zooming in.
But it's a little circle though. Like,
Yeah, but you can.
No, you could click it and
click
it'll
it and it
enlarge.
enlarges now.
but why do you need that?
To
Twitter,
see
it
how
made
ugly
sense
they are.
because there was
To
no
see
other
who
picture.
the hell this person is. Like,
Yeah.
who's talking? Who are you talking to?
Go to the page and see all 100 of their photos.
No, but what if it's a private
Oh, see, I didn't
Oh,
think
you can
about
do
that.
it on a
private account.
Oh.
You tweet, you click right on the Abby and it enlarges. Yeah.
Heard that, Julian?
So Instagram is trying to fix they're listening to the consumers a little bit. Like, oh, they don't like this. Okay, let's add this feature in. I respect it.
Why private
Fix the
people
algorithm yet?
expect you to follow them if you don't know them personally is beyond me.
You only follow people you know personally?
That have private accounts? Yeah.
Oh, private account.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes?
No,
I'm just going to click a private account and hit follow?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Why?
Cause why not?
I don't know them.
And
That's a great answer.
Like,
I don't know them.
Of course, I follow people I don't know, but
That's what
it's
I was gonna
because their
say.
page has
Yeah,
something
you
that
can
I
see
would
who
like
this
to
person
see.
is, yeah.
you think every private account you follow, you know them?
Yes.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Why do
Wait,
you doubt
what?
it?
Every single one.
You
doubt
think
it.
I've just clicked
Well,
off
Rory
a little
doesn't-
ass Avi, I would just follow someone?
Well, it depends on what's in their bio.
Yeah.
But Rory doesn't. He doesn't.
What would have to
follow-
be in their bio?
He doesn't follow a lot of people anyway on Instagram though. I think he only follows like 900 people.
I'm in the thousands now.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yeah.
look at you being
That's
friendly.
First of all, 900 is a lot of people.
Yeah, that is a lot of people.
Yeah.
I follow like 3,000 accounts.
Yeah, like that's cool. But
Yeah, but
that's
we
a lot
know
of
when
people.
When you've
follow.
been on social media since 2009,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Like,
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
10 people.
She
a
got
year.
that.
it's like,
Yeah.
That's about as many shots as Malls has.
so you think it's okay for a woman to have 1,000 body count by those standards?
I think it's okay for a woman to have whatever she wants to have.
That's right, Mal.
Listen, I'm here. Listen, I'm
That's
sharp.
right,
A woman can do whatever she wants to do. Just not in my house.
And last thing with Instagram that they changed, the emojis, like when you click someone's story to just quickly reply,
Mhm.
like usually I'll go like to the laughing one or the fire one.
Mhm.
They changed it to like a broken heart and like some other thing.
They know the algorithm knows you.
It fucked up my reply to a few people. Because you have like your thumb knows where to go
Yeah,
offhand,
Yeah.
and I usually hit the laughing or the fire,
yeah.
and it did like heartbreak and then like a smiley face.
It goes with what you've used recently. You know that, right?
I've never seen the emojis. All 4 of the emojis they placed there, I'd never seen in my life.
Oh,
Oh, so your phone is trying to.
it's trying to tell
Change
you
your
something.
mood. It's
It
trying to
knows
change
what,
your
it
mood
knows
a
what
little
you
bit.
want.
Yeah, it's trying to just switch it up for you. a little
So
bit.
funny meme, just heartbreak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you're just a heartbroken, funny man.
Well, it's that time of year again, fellas.
To get heartbroken at NBA All Star Weekend when she heads
Utah.
out there.
If your girl is in Utah for any reason,
Is it
weekend.
is it
Just ever,
weird that
though.
just Utah of all places?
it's weird that Valentine's Day and NBA All Star Weekend are always either the same weekend or within 5 days
It's
of each
cross
other?
marketing. They know what they're doing.
Do you remember New York when it was here?
Absolutely.
It fell on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was a rough.
Oh,
That was rough.
That was a rough weekend.
Heartbreak was everywhere.
We were in Griffin with tears mixing with our Patron.
Falling into the Patron.
Yes.
NBA All-Star Weekend is this weekend. It's that time of year again. You're gonna see all the hotties and thotties in Utah. Just watch some games. They're just gonna have a little
Yeah, that's it.
taking some games and just enjoy the festivities. The 2023 dunk contest participants have been announced: Kenya Martin Jr., Mac McClung, Trey Murphy III, and New York Knicks' own Jericho Sims.
Ooh.
I do like the fact that Mac McClung from the 76ers was called up. He will be in this dunk contest. I've seen some highlights of him. He might be the favorite. Anytime a white boy is in the dunk contest,
Well, I
people
think
are
it's
waiting.
funny they picked
Great White
the.
They're waiting to see what he can do.
He's a Jack Harlow out there.
Absolutely.
I think it's funny that they chose this photo with the blue coats
Right.
as his jersey.
Well, that's
for
the G League
Sixers.
team.
I
Yeah,
know, but
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but all right, Photoshop some 76er shit on.
No, but he's not on the 76ers roster.
He's in the G League affiliate. Blue
Yeah, he's
Coats.
in AAA Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the G League team. I do like Mac McClung. He has his highlight tape is from college and in the G League. He definitely has bounce. But I'm gonna go with Kenya Martin Jr. in this one.
Cool to see Kenyon Martin Jr.
Crazy.
I hope his dad's. That'd be cool if they made his dad a judge. Well, that'd be biased.
He's probably gonna jump over his dad. You think?
Hey.
He's got to do something.
Got to jump over dad at the dunk contest. You have to.
Well, Kenyon Martin was not like the tallest in the NBA.
No, he wasn't the tallest, but Kenya Martin's about 6'9",
I fucking-
6'10".
I mean, Blake Griffin jumped
they jumped
over
over
a
a Kia.
2-foot Kia. Like that wasn't impressive.
It wasn't
Over the hood of the car, too.
He didn't jump over the. He jumped over the hood. It's
the
like,
hood,
come on,
yeah.
fam.
Which he
That was like
admitted on a
3 feet.
podcast once.
Yeah, like it's like, yo, come on, cut it out, man. That wasn't that dope. They need to start allowing some of the the YouTube high jumpers.
I agree.
I think that if they do something in
Bounce kick.
in conjunction with the NBA player that's in the dunk contest, I think that could be a cool little spin.
Even
on
if
the
they
dunk
opened
contest.
up for them, even though they'd be more exciting than the NBA players.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think the NBA would ever agree to YouTube versus NBA because they would get smoked.
YouTube would
Yeah.
smoke.
YouTube would fucking
Oh,
destroy
absolutely.
them.
Absolutely.
But they do need to implement that somehow.
They do. They do. So I like Kenyon Martin Jr. in this, although I am waiting to see what Mac McClung does. I think he's going to take full advantage of this platform and the spotlight.
Good Irish boy.
Absolutely.
I'm rooting for Jericho. Go Knicks. Anything Knicks.
Let's go.
Supporting.
And the 3-point participants have been announced. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Herter. Excuse me. Good job.
I don't even know
Good
her.
job.
He
Kevin
played
Herter.
upstate where I grew up. He was good. Good.
You go to Soho House with him?
Oops State.
Probably. No, you definitely had a round with Kevin. Damian Lillard, Lowry Markkinen, Julius Randle, and Jason Tatum.
Hey.
Now, Julius texted me last night, not to talk about personal shit, but he texted me and said, you want to hear something funny? As soon as I get that text from a friend, I just get nervous. I'm like, man, what's up?
Getting divorced.
I was like, oh, man, like, that's funny? I was like, oh, man, what? He said, yo, man, they just asked me to do the 3-point contest, and I thought about you and started laughing, only because I laugh every time I see Julius shoot the 3 and he has more than like 10 attempts a game. I'm like, bro, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, why are you shooting 10 threes a game? So he just thought that would be funny. He is in the 3-point contest because that's my dog. I'm rooting for him, but Damian Lillard is going to win. I'm rooting for Julius.
Dame is going to be lights out.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Julius. That's my guy. I'm rooting for him. But I think Dame is going to win this one.
Why did they pick Julius to replace who was it?
Anthony Simmons of Portland. Well, Anthony Simmons is hurt, so I guess they just needed another.
No, I know that, but I'm saying why Julius? Why Julius? And Julius isn't a bad 3-point shooter by any means.
But he's not a 3-point specialist.
No.
He's not a specialist. But I don't know. I don't know why they picked him. I don't know why they chose to go with him. I guess because he's going to be there.
Of course, but most of the league will be there.
Julius is going to show out, all right?
Yeah, listen, man.
Watch Julius win.
Yo, listen.
Watch him win. Watch.
I'm letting y'all know now. You're going to have to contain your Julius. I'm going to come on here and go fucking crazy.
All right, watch.
I'm rooting for Julius. That's my guy. But yeah, I think Dame is going to win this one. Dame or Buddy Hield is going to win.
Not Tyler?
I know I'm a girl and I don't know anything about basketball.
That's not what we
why
said.
isn't Steph Curry in it?
He's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph is hurt. Steph is not playing an All-Star game.
But Steph doesn't typically do it anyways, though.
Steph doesn't do it every year he's there, but I think he would have done it this year. I'm not sure why Clay didn't do it.
They don't really need it.
I don't know why Obi Toppin isn't in the dunk contest.
I was about to say
won it a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2 years.
No, I know he's done it, but he's not like Steph could have done it every year since he got in the league, but he rarely does it.
It's boring.
I mean, I think it is what it is now with these guys, man. You know, they get a week off now. Like I think tonight is the last game on the schedule. And you know, guys after tonight they can go away for a week. They can go on vacation, go chill on the island. So I think guys are like, yo, I'd rather go on vacation.
I don't know if it's that
Utah to shoot a 3.
I think it's annoying people like you, Don Cannon, and Lake that now get to add some stat to their career that doesn't matter at all. Where it's like, well, he's only won 1 3-point contest and he's been in 7, so he's not the best shooter ever. Like, you guys add those stats and they're just trying to take themselves out of even that conversation.
Stephen Curry could have never won a 3-point shootout in his life and he would be the greatest.
But there would be some basketball critic would be like, well, Larry Bird won 4 3-point contests.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely a stat. But I think that the guys, they enjoy having that week off now. Like, I'd rather just fly straight out, go to Turks, go to Grand Cayman somewhere, and just, you know, chill on the beach for like 4 days.
Utah is beautiful this time of year, though.
Utah is beautiful in general. The mountains, you know, it's cold, it's snow. But I mean, listen, these guys have money. Throw some dead animals on and warm yourself up. Yeah. But either way, the All-Star Weekend is this weekend in Utah.
Celebrity game?
Game.
We weren't called because we're not celebrities, but I would like to see the roster.
Pick and roll. They don't want to see us in a pick and roll.
What? I'd go nuts.
Yeah, they don't want to see us in a pick and
roll.
I
think my guy Corday's playing.
Is he?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let me put some respect on our names. I like Chance's brother, but Chance's brother played in the celebrity game. You and I can play in the celebrity game.
Oh, absolutely.
Damn.
We can definitely play in the celebrity.
I mean, look at these names. Yeah, you guys definitely could have played.
Me and Calvin Johnson in the pick and roll. Good night.
Hey, shout out to Osuna.
Good night.
Good night.
Just give Calvin Johnson the ball. It doesn't need to be a pick and roll. Just let him go dunk somewhere.
Yo, me and Calvin Johnson.
You know Megatron can dunk over everybody at this age right now.
21's playing.
They got DK Metcalf.
Janelle Monáe.
21.
Wait, Janelle Monáe's playing?
She's playing.
She's like what, 4 or 5?
She was taking some jumpers in the mischief boots.
Okay.
The other day.
I liked it a lot.
Guillermo's playing.
Yeah.
21 kind of balls, right? Does he play basketball?
Mm-hmm.
He plays.
Last time I seen 21 Savage in the game, he almost got into a fight with some dude.
Yeah, with the Drew League thing. Crew
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know if they know that about 21 or not, but
He's
Man, I miss the days when Justin Bieber was out there balling.
God,
killing
that
it,
was
too.
Black Bieber too.
Black Bieber,
Yeah, that was when he was in his black era.
like BB.
When he was hanging out with Lil Fizz.
Yeah,
when his car broke down in the hood, when his Range Rover broke down.
When he was in Watts and they
push-ups.
made him play ball.
he did push-ups.
Like, what is Justin doing?
One of my
man?
favorite videos of all time.
It's some of the
They're
crazy
like, sing,
shit
white
ever.
boy. Like, she was
That's what-
incredible.
this is a simulation we living in. I'm telling you, the most random
And first
shit.
of all, why'd you get off the 10?
Shit is crazy. His car was breaking down. What do you mean?
But just go on the side of the highway.
Nah, look.
He was in like Imperial Courts or some shit.
They made him the Crips made. Look at the caption. Crips make Justin Bieber do push-ups. It's crazy. Crazy time to be
Just
alive.
remember the hood was a
for him.
legendary day.
He's balding just off the sheer stress.
Scared, panicking.
Oh, not
gave
the
him a
clap.
clap. Okay.
No, Justin had to be in shape, man. He was on world tours and shit.
That was Black Bieber. That's funny.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, this was my favorite.
He's
Bieber
in
era.
Watts. I knew I
I
wasn't
mean, he
bugging.
got a security is right there.
He had a
safe.
bunch of security.
Yeah, he's safe.
I mean, how much can security do to bullets in Watts?
I mean, you know.
Was this before the One Less Lonely Nigger video
Whoa.
dropped?
This is after.
It was way after.
he-
Way.
One
this
Less
was the
Lonely
this was the redemption tour.
Yeah.
No,
One
this
Less
is the-
Lonely. That was his first EP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
One
came
Less
right. That was
Lonely
the
Nigga.
second
That's
single
what
to Baby.
Scooter discovered him from.
Yeah.
That's how Scooter discovered
That was
him.
the video.
Yeah, One Less Lonely Nigga.
Scooter said,
Can
"Give me
we-
that."
Can we talk about? I mean, I know Scooter just did that great deal and everything. Didn't he admit that he found Justin Bieber on YouTube like late at night?
Yeah.
What was your algorithms doing,
Yo,
bro?
what are you doing?
I mean, the algorithm wasn't as strong back then.
No,
I
I'm
know.
saying,
Even,
why
that's
are you
even
looking
worse.
at a little boy,
He was just who's playing the guitar.
There you go.
bro? They made Bieber go to the park and play
acoustic
ball.
covers.
Usher songs.
He just searched acoustic covers and
They made him
Justin
go to the
popped up.
park and play ball.
He's balling though.
Hey. Oh.
Oh my God, too much and
Got him.
You watch too much and one. Whenever you do that move right there, you can
Yeah.
tell he grew up on and one.
He definitely tried to do the spider after that Nike commercial.
All right, so listen, man, another week in the can. Any plans this weekend, Rory?
Wait, go back. I'm sorry. Can we add that jail photo?
Sure.
This has been a great episode.
Great episode. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Download each and every episode of the New Rory and Mal podcast. Subscribe to our Patreon. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Be safe. God bless. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No worry and